Hello! Kia ora, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are. Welcome along. Hello, Octopus, the El Cid, Liam, Stage. Oh, good to see you. Thank you so much, A Smart, who gave a $20 super chat donation and said, have a wonderful stream before we even begun. Hey, King of Toro, we are live on Twitch and YouTube, as will hopefully be the plan going forward. Let me smoothly transition us over onto the live screen. My god, he's good. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with my transitions, and I've got a wonderful BRB screen for later in the stream. But more on that in a minute. Let us start the game. So, kia ora Yamasa, Liam, Wodge, Kushal, King of Toto, some old guy in Hawaii. Oi, we're away. Alrighty, so, as you may remember, if you joined us last time, we are playing a naval game. If you didn't join us last time, let me bring you up to speed. It shouldn't take us too long at all. We have our capital city of Biblibos, and it's a fairly good one. It's got the likes of Angkor Wat, and other great things like administrative centres and Topkapi Palace. It also has quite a good number of luxuries, particularly marble. As you see around the map, we have our southern city, Kerma, down here. Got a few islands. Cool, cool, cool. Faistos, Akkad, and Nok are our three northern cities. And then last but not least, we have our brand new city, Amsterdam. And this one is new. This is like the newly designed part of town. It's very flash. It's got, I was about to say it's got all of the infrastructure, but actually it doesn't. It has most of the infrastructure. It's fairly new. Of course, the aim of the game is to use boats, and if you remember last time, we left off in a very exciting place where we'd just taken the city of Thebes with not one, not two, not five, 10 Karaks, the very first gunner platform boat that you can unlock through the default boats, I'm pretty sure. And we had a fairly successful siege, it'd be fair to say. In fact, fairly successful is an understatement. Huckin' Alec, you made it. I was wondering if your game in Discord... I was wondering actually if your game in Discord was still going from when I was watching you play it last night. However, so our next step, I think, is going to be to move on Thebes. We're taking down Angel Spike VG, a wary, vindictive introvert, currently still in the medieval era. And it looks like, unfortunately, our boats may not be able to fire on Memphis, which makes our strategy of playing a naval game much more difficult, but not impossible, because I have these 4 gunners here who are hopefully going to help us out. Otherwise, everything's looking pretty good. We are on turn 83. This is a fast game on Max Humankind difficulty, and we are comfortably in the lead at the minute. Hey, Pete, good to see ya. Yes, because naval artillery. Always naval artillery. Oh, you've just got the demo, Pipag. Oh, awesome. That's really good to hear. I was so thrilled when they released that demo. Really, really good idea. And it looks to me, I can't play it because I've got the full version, but it looks to me like it's a really good experience. We don't really have enough for civics, but that's fine. In terms of technologies, again, I think we should probably go for boats. However, I do have a few weak spots. Like, we have guns, but we don't have crossbows, for example. Yikes. Nor heavy infantry, actually. We've just ignored that melee line altogether. Probably ignore most of that. Supply lines would be nice for the extra city cap, because we're 2 over, so I'll grab that. Patronage, actually, is probably more important for the luxury resource improvements, the manufactories, to give us a whole lot of fame and also a whole lot of sweet cash moolah. Let's grab supply lines afterwards, and then maybe beeline for something sexy like... Ooh, I do love a good propeller. Steam frigates and ironclads. They're very expensive, though. I'm pretty sure last time we also noted... Well, there's our... okay. Okay. That's fine. We'll go to propeller because steam engine's very good too, I think. Great. Great success! Do I have sound? Right before disaster. Yikes. Yeah, I should have rushed patronage quite a long time ago. Pete the stream poet. You've got lots to live up for. Get that partnership so I can donate all the subs. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. Yes. We are live on Twitch and YouTube, and everything is looking wonderful. Aerostar's unlocked. Let's move through. Oh, what is this? Please. Leave me alone. I think we're trying to get to this territory just to take this beautiful island, but it's not going to be a thing, so we'll just run away, back to Thebes, come around this way, grab the island, Quite like to grab that one too. I have a bit of a fascination with these useless island territories. This one's got a grand mosque! Wicked! See, things like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Either way, let's continue moving forward on Memphis. Not Memphis, Tennessee. Try and bring these bad boys in here. What are you? A soul... Oh, right, that's our retreating knight. That's fine. This looks like we might... This could be a long sail. Luckily for us, we've picked up a few cultures along the way. If you weren't with us for our journey yesterday, we played as the Phoenicians, the Carthaginians, the Norse. We've also tailored our religion to be kind of seafaring, with a little bit of extra naval movement and a whole load of buffs to our harbours. What that means is we've painted a pretty good picture so far of having naval units with 12 movement. Spicy. The same map, same AI players, 100 turns, still very replayable. Yeah, it's infinitely replayable, right? The Humankind demo, as I understand it, is infinitely replayable. And if you choose to upgrade to the main version, I believe you can just carry on playing the game that you were playing in the demo. So you sort of don't lose that progress, which I also think is quite cool. What I think is even more cool is the fact that actually... Ooh, we can unlock a wonder. That was not what I was thinking was going to be cool, but that is cool. I'd quite like us to double down on faith. Although the +1 industry per population is probably a better idea. Let's grab the Eiffel Tower. Yoink. Here a star. Here a star. Oh, Octopus, I love it. I love it. Just limits you in a lot of stuff and leaves you craving more. Probably by design, I suppose. My understanding in the Humankind demo is that there's roughly 7 out of 10 cultures in the 2 playable eras. I could be wrong, of course, because like I say, I haven't played it because I own the full version, and I don't think you can download the demo while you have the full version. Maybe if I went on like Game Pass or something I could, but then why would I? Okay, what are we dealing with here at Memphis? So it's a 43 population city with 60 defense. It's got a real ragtag army. The odds and sods of the Mughal Empire. We got some dudes on horses, some people on knights, couple of crossbows, and a great swordsman with a fantastic sword. Otherwise, it looks like it is just odds and sods. They've still got a javelin thrower, for goodness sake. Let's do what history did best and invade. What year is it? 880. Gee, we're quite far ahead. How did we get that far ahead? Hey, Tinker, nice to see you today. It will remind me of our stream family. Yeah, how good. Where did you catch it, Octopus? Could you tell me the route name so that when I get up to it, I can also catch one? I don't want to look up any spoilers online, but I'm willing to let you spoil that for me. Slaves... Generally a good idea, but not in this case. Don't clip that. Let's just start building the Eiffel Tower, I think. And where do we want it? Probably in either in Bibliboss. Oh, Kerma. Let's put it in Kerma, actually. Kerma's about to die a horrible death. Just smash it over on an island or something. It's not like people will actually want to go and see it, right? Right? Oh well. Should we just get the whole gang on it? Absolutely yeet it out of the stratosphere? I think so. Except for Thebes, of course, because Thebes technically isn't ours at the moment. We're just occupying it for the good of the nation. Yes, thank you, Huck. You have full permission. We are a kind and respectful community, and we shall uphold those values. Thank you very much. Are you for real? That is not a fight you want to do, Chief. Alright. Well. Sure. Let's fight. Look at my overwhelming military superiority. They can probably end that deployment. I think that this one gun can probably deal with most, but if they leave me with some extra spots to spawn, we're going to be really away laughing. Oh, actually, a fairly aggressive hit there. Let's move one out. Let's move through there. And then I think we should be able to move through. Oh, no. Not up there. Okay, that's fine. Chuck you out into the ocean, I suppose. And then start firing on these poor people. Feels bad. I don't think this boat will be able to do much, but we may as well bring a couple around. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Never doubt the Navy! Never doubt the German Navy, let it be known. I think that'll probably be enough boats for one day. No real line of sight there, so let's grab some slightly better positioning. This unit is quite weak. It may actually perish to the crossbows, which would be a real shame. Might let the AI swing my boats in here for me so I don't have to manually do them all. Click the lose button, as I'm told. Yes, Matthew. I believe there are some bugs around the event at the moment. Oh, and thank you, Matthew, for the kind words. Super appreciate. I do know what color shiny it is. I used to have one. Sweet, Route 210. Have one in platinum or something, I think. Long time ago. Well, I think with this navy, we just start sailing around and sinking these dumb ships into the ocean. Insta-resolve, insta-success is what the story will be. Yeet our way over here, insta-resolve. We're just going to scare them off, essentially. Amazing. Ooh. And this is orange too, so I can actually take hold of that dumb little island. Love it. And that battle will continue as we move through into turn 87. I think, Pepag, you actually can't get into the medieval era in the demo. I'm pretty sure it's the first 2 eras or 100 turns. Whichever ends first, I believe. That was a great success. We didn't lose a unit. I was paranoid over nothing. We can't... Oh, we can heal. Something we've got along the way is letting me heal outside of friendly territory. What is that? I can't remember. I literally can't remember, but that's fantastic that we can heal there. Because that makes that a whole load easier. And what's this? A knight versus 7 units. Okay, we might just maybe run that. Oh! I ran away because I wanted to save the knight, but an interesting idea for next time would have been to actually just let that knight die so that they would get a little bit more war support so that we could continue the war for longer and hopefully take more off them, right? A knight is a small price to pay. Anyway, let's step up onto this high ground and hopefully just rain down fire upon Memphis. This shouldn't be too difficult, so we're just going to run straight in. It looks like they don't have any army left because we just absolutely brutalized it. So we'll move our gunners right up the front. Got our boats ready to deploy, which we could bring in to reinforce. Might as well. Just in case. But really, the money is being made here. Let's move and fire. Let's not. But we'll start clearing the way. Yeah, cool. Thank you for clarifying that, Pipeg. Very cool. Yeah, that mod is on my shortlist, alongside many others. It's on the shortlist. Not short shorts, for clarity. Just a shorter shortlist. Alright. Anyway, let's just destroy. Destroy! These boats sadly can't do a lot. They can't really see a lot or do a lot. They're just there for the intimidation effect more than anything. And I love it. Military stars unlocked, and actually that pushes us through to the next era. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. Gonna work my way toward that affiliate ship, one follow at a time, Pipag. Okay, well, the video is titled The Germans Are Coming, but we may not actually be hanging around the Germans for too much longer. Who do we want for the final contemporary era? We'll stay the Germans a little bit longer, to maybe pick up a few extra stars, but probably not too much. I'd like to spend as much time in the contemporary era as possible. Who has boats? Who does the sea? No. That's a plane. Oh, the Swedes have a boat. Which I don't think I've ever used before. The Stealth Corvette. Immune to suppression. and it's stealthy, so it cannot be seen except for adjacent units. That's quite cool. Is it a ranged unit? It looks like it has a massive range. Incredible. Thank you too, Alex. The Swedes, yeah. Yes. And a lot of science too, which hopefully doesn't preemptively end the game too soon. The Turks, no. The Americans, no. The Soviets, no. Is it really just the Swedes? Wow. I mean, again, and Ezra too. Wicked. Again, there's a distinct lack of naval stuff. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, then we actually have two options. Either we stay as the Germans, which we could do to stay as a militarist culture. There are some benefits, likely not a lot, but we could stay with them if we'd like to be on theme, or we swap through to the Swedes, who have a wonderful stealth corvette. It'll be the last chance for us to get. Stealth corvettes rock on ambushes, I'm told. And I do love a good ambush, some old guy in a way. I think we'll go with the Swedes, but I will post a poll. And you can place your votes. Fantastic. Yeah, you're right, Huck. You're right. Boats, probably a little bit less useful in the contemporary era compared to some planes. We'll hang around and get our gold military start at the very least for the Germans. Ideally, I'd like to pick up a couple of these other ones on the fringes, but because we have a fairly comfortable lead, I won't hang around as long as I would usually do, or advise you to do. So I'll remind me later, and maybe when we get the pop-up in 10 turns, we'll do it. Oh, look, here's a holy site. Fantastic. Might sail over here with these four and see if we can find maybe some more Egyptian cities. Maybe this is just an administrative center on a couple of barren islands in the middle of the ocean. Either way, we're gonna sail over and take a look. Oh wow, and the Eiffel Tower's already done. Dang it, and we're already close to ending the war. Can I get over here? No. Tempting to ransack. It's really tempting to ransack a city during war, because then you guarantee that the opponent doesn't take it back. But it's going to take 5 turns, and we don't have 5 turns. In fact, we have no turns. We have literally 0 turns. So that's fine. Let me just see if I can maybe sink another ship, or take someone down with me. Got only 4 movement points left, and that looks like the end of the orange border, unless there's another city hiding in there, which I'll be very mad at if there is. Alright, let's end this war then with the Umayyads. We have 206 war support. We could just vassalize them. Maybe we should. I wouldn't usually bother with the vassalization, but maybe we make this a vassal game. Kind of fun, something a bit different. What do you reckon? Could be fun. Ambush is nice, but I like a berry bush. Go, Matt. Yes, it does. Yeah, you're right, P. Draggy. And also the personas as well. / the avatar creation. You can do that, I believe, in the demo too. I know, Amplitude streaming at the same time as me. Oh my god, can you believe it? And fair enough that people want to watch Amplitude. I would want to watch the professionals too, rather than some moron like me. Anyway, I reckon maybe we actually take the Vassal. Yeah, Tinker, Vassal. Yeah? We like it? Okay, let's do it. We'll play a Vassal game instead. It's also quite nice because then I have to worry less about micromanaging every single little city, all of their productions. It can become a bit much. And also it'll help our city cap, which is very much struggling. So let's do it. Pete 2, air bombardment for instant city leveling. Oh, PJD, a wonderful idea. We should also try and build some planes this time. Yeah, yeah.
Enough, we yield.
Stream watch party. Yeah. It's actually, we should actually think about doing that in future. I like that. That would be quite a fun way for our community to merge a little bit more with the maybe more generic humankind viewers. Yeah,
Lovely.
what a great idea.
Impressive.
Cool, so we've got our first vassal.
That makes me
Very
want to
exciting.
Pull out my toy blocks and go crazy.
I turned off the narrator's subtitles because the pop-ups were annoying me. I might turn them back on because that one I don't think I've ever heard before. So, your empire have a liege-vassal relationship. Absolutely brilliant. We've unfortunately already taken out someone, but we could continue to vassalize. It looks like these two have a liege-vassal relationship as well, right? So the world has formed two very distinct powers. Me and my toady, and you and your toady. Okay. I should probably SimCity a little bit as well around the edges. We're doing fine for stability though. It makes me think maybe we just double down on some infrastructures. We don't need more boats yet, but we do need more industry and money, probably. So, actually, let's get 1, 2, 3 industrial... I don't know how to say industrial district in German. But definitely 1, 2, 3. And maybe also a bit of cash money. Oh no, those are garbage. Why would I take 9 money when I can get 24 industry?
Knowledge.
I wouldn't.
In a form that is
And I'll just check in on the rest as well, just to make sure that they're actually doing stuff. Get all the infrastructure, even the less useful ones. I don't mind so much. So we have a strategic and a luxury. So makes me think maybe gold, but then this land looks quite industrious. I'll squeeze an industrial quarter there. And maybe we'll go research, because we will benefit from research in future if we're taking the Swedes. So actually could be quite beneficial to start sort of preparing for that. Jump up to Knock. Somehow Knock has a harbour still to be built, which is a crying shame. Look at them. 48 food. Please build your harbours. For goodness sake, Jumbo, build your damn harbours. And also we'll jump through and grab all this infrastructure. Yum, 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 yum. Maybe also an additional hamlet for the jobs. Kill. And other than that, I think everybody should be roughly okay. Should we install some lights in Bibliboss? I don't know, it's kind of expensive. $200 or terrible consequences? I'll take the $200, I think.
the end of an ideal.
This time I'm not going for the negative 2 million influence. No, not this time. We'll stay away from negative 2 mil, I think. Yep. No negative 2 mils. Schmiederwurzel is the German word. Brilliant. Thank you, doctors. Thank you. And also thank you to everybody who has already absolutely annihilated the like button. Let me turn my attention to the poll. Wow. That was a very, very close one. Jeepers. People don't like... Why do people dislike the Swedes? Okay, so... we can now probably move completely away from... What is this? Are you for realsies?
And perhaps
Ooh.
hang of jealousy.
Okay, well, there were 3 swordsmen who tried to take Amsterdam. That would have been a great loss on Empire. But they weren't able to get it. So, eat that, you dummies. And so these 2 are technically mine, so we can consider them painted red. Shame I couldn't steal those islands, but that's fine. Who should my attention turn toward next? Let's have a look. So we've got the Mongols in the medieval era, and the Teutons, also in the medieval era. One of them is vassalized by the other, right? They have a liege-vassal relationship. Beowulf is a militarist. You are loyal and vindictive. Who's the greatest threat? Brown. Yes, the Haudenosaunee, who are actually only an era behind. They're also quite close. Not, unfortunately, very close to my new staging post of Amsterdam, which is so desperate to take this island, for goodness sake. Just give me a knight here. Spawn it there. Pump it out soon. And finally go over there and get that. I think we'll start gearing up to maybe send some boats over to Brown. Our war support is fairly high, but there's probably something... Yeah, here we go. allied with my enemy, the Umayyads, who are hilariously now not my enemy. But let's demand it anyway. And then we'll refuse their demands and really just start to absolutely grind their gears. Love it. Sauna envy. You don't know what I said, but it sounded like a bad word? It wasn't, but I don't know what it was. Dang accent! I have to be careful. Okay, let's continue to move. We need to declare war to get through there, but thankfully we actually have a nice naval pathway here. Up there. So I might reroute all of my ships this way. May also upgrade these guys into, what, like tanks or something dumb? No, not quite. Still knights. One day they will be tanks. We'll send them back to the city. They could be maybe our troops that we send in. Just the cleanup crew, so to speak. Oh. Oh. Unbelievable gameplay. Apologies, Deutschland. Industrial. No, that's less creative. I see. I thought we were talking about the old, DECK situation. And I think we'll probably station these boats in Allied territory, right? Because we can do that now. We own Orange. Wonderful. I own you. And likewise, let's get the gunners right up on the northern border too. Sweep through into Harappa and Mohindaro fairly easily, hopefully. Position you there. Okay. Do I want to move through? Maybe. But maybe not. We'll play it by ear. A little bit. Just for a couple of turns. Checking in on the old Aristara ruse. Still need to sink a unit. Which means we probably need to declare war to move. Unless we can have some barbarians somewhere. But I don't think there's even a territory left where they could... What the heck? Yellow only has one city?
You bring your stink here?
Ah, my mistake. Of course, these two are... Yeah, right. These two are partnered. Pink and yellow are partnered. And then brown are still by themselves. So actually, brown is a much easier take. Because it's kind of just a 2v1, essentially, for us. Although I don't think that orange will be able to help me much. And honestly, I don't want them to, because I can do it myself. So, let's get ready. Ready the boarding parties. Here comes my navy to have a wonderful battle with this navy. So let's just sail right up next to them. They've got cogs at 35 combat strength. We have Caracas at 47. Yeesh! I think we just go now.
Fresh hell do you bring this time?
What fresh hell do you bring this time? Oh man, look at this relationship. Trust is apparently stable, despite me being the top polluter, following a different religion, refusing their demands and making demands at them, and we're much more powerful than them. They are absolutely hate-filled. I think we take it to the streets. I'm German and I don't know what he said. Well, that's a relief. Okay, yeah, I think we move on these guys very quickly as well. Still playing as the Germans. We can use our military strength to our advantage. Oh, I really want to fight this naval fight. We're going to chase that boat down next turn. And shall we disembark? Yes, I think what we'll probably do actually with these guys is send them to this territory. Try and find the administrative center and ransack it. I could just ransack a holy site, I suppose, but I would prefer to ransack the administrative center, which must be on that tile, I'm assuming? Apparently that's an no, yeah, it must be that one that I can't quite see. Let's sail into the middle anyway. Dodge those, there it is. Nope, There it is! I knew it was somewhere around here. Wait, that's a stronghold. That's an obelisk. And that's another obelisk. And there's a research quarter. What a strange territory. There's these random districts plotted on each little island. Love it. We're going to have to move quite quickly so we don't get sunk. So I'm hopefully going to end my turn here. Spam click, spam click, spam click. Ah! He who clicks first wins. Please disembark. No. Okay, fine. I'll sail the ships up instead. Wait, where did the other... Ooh, okay. I like this. This is a more even fight. Not, but let's try it nonetheless. And deploy as far away from that coastline as we can, because I don't want crossbows to be shooting me in my rear end. Last thing I need. Boom. And let's see what we can do. We can do a lot. We can do a lot. Pew! Pew! Oh, it's so good! The boats! Fantastic. Sail this one up on the flank, sink that one too, and I reckon because of our huge movement, we could probably actually just throw ourselves right into the middle, right? Literally. I give no damns. And sink you. A swift turn. I'm not even going to bother bringing those knights in, I don't think. They probably don't add a lot of value. See what damage they'll do in return. Spoiler alert. Around 40% of my damage. Ooh. Okay, and there's some more boats appearing. Wonderful. This one's going to sink, which is not ideal. I guess we'll just have to try and clear the way with brute force. There's one. Wow, that was brutal. If I sail this one here, then we can bring old Weekie back a spot. Oh no, I always forget that that's a thing. Oh, poor old Weekie. Weekie got sunk because I tried to retreat. Sorry. those brave people. Oh well, what can you do? Might bring these knights in this turn because I think the two of them should be able to do enough damage to sink this. Yes, actually they do an incredible amount of damage. What is their combat strength? What the heck? 37. I think this is purely just because because we picked so many naval cultures, naval boosts, my standard military units have more power than my opponent's proper naval units at this point. Let that sink in. I also thought that that's what we were talking about, Pete. I didn't realize we were talking about Huck's lunch. Mood.
12 agrarian style.
Okay, Mohindaro, unfortunately not a coastal city, but our boats should be able to bombard some units hiding in these fortifications. And then Harappa, another juicy city right next door. And then literally just nothing. Just sweet nothing. Some silk, but nothing else. Let's march in with these gunners that I prepared earlier. Who can actually take some dudes out along the way. Oh, look! What have we got here? A whole load of dudes. We are vastly outnumbered. Hopefully 4 guns is enough. maybe my new toady can come in and give some help. Octopus, what are you talking about? Oof, yeah, it was a late game on the Discord last night, huh? I think I was there for maybe an hour or an hour and a half of that game, watching and viewing and giving bad advice. Bad advice like, murder them! Murder them! That city's weak! Murder them! That's the extent to my advice, so apologies. But also, I note that you did murder them, so that was great. I'm just going to sail these boats straight into Memphis. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Oh, actually, change of plan. Captain, change course! We'll sink that instead. And actually, if we can bring the knights here and trigger this, they might choose to fight the knights. And then I'll be like, surprise, here's my big boats! Whabam! And take them down. How good, Huck? So good. They're just gonna keep retreating, which is actually disappointing because they keep losing war support, but I'm not really getting a lot, other than feeling pretty classy. Other than feeling pretty classy. Hey Mika, thank you so much for the €1 super sticker, a devilish super sticker, no less. Much appreciated. Huck forfeited to the combined power of your alliance. Ah, good one. Good one. Okay. What is this? Well, we can just ignore those, I think. Maybe I shouldn't even try and fight them. It's also probably a me problem, because I keep trying to fight them when I really don't need to. I'm getting too aggressive and challenging. Oh, do not. Gah! Do I need to send a fleet here to bombard these guys? Maybe I do. Fine, they've twisted my arm. Let me build, really quickly, 3 cogs. Sorry, karaks. Actually, probably just 2 is enough. I'll get 2 karaks. We'll send them over here to support this long battle to try and take this island. Looks like we're 1 turn away from an important technology. Patronage, no less. Fantastic. Or patronage, if you're so inclined. And these boats can't do a lot. We could move them around the coastline here, but I don't think we'll find much. So I might just skip turn. Boom. Word of advice. Build walls early in the medieval era. A great word of advice, and a word of advice, to be fair, that I could use reminding of in most cases. And read the in-game chat for whispers. Fantastic. Wonderful advice for budding humankind players. Ooh. Okay, this is going to be a really fascinating fight. We have 4 guns, and some boats that aren't actually within range to help a lot, but maybe could if these units come and try and hide in these districts, which they may do. However, at the really base level, it's 14v4. Let's see. Let's see what 4 guns can do against a whole load of swords and longbowmen. To be fair, one of the best ranged units in the game before you get guns, right? Units can attack units without a clear line of sight. Very strong. Very strong. Hey, Heiser. Had a recent game where the computer sieves just collapsed. Did they fall to stability or something like that, maybe? That's my first guess off your comment. Right, let's end that. Okay, someone did decide to stand over there, which is good fun. Oh, we're also got units from over here. Brilliant. Longbow's doing around 10 damage, so I'm just a bit worried that they'll overwhelm me with numbers. If you throw enough crappy units at a gun, you will eventually wear it down. Like that one. No! Alright, time to extract some revenge. And sadly, they moved right away from here. I could move closer to here, I suppose. That's totally an option. But I think what we'll do instead is just try and clear the way. Although actually, getting up on this high ground may not be terrible too. Yeah. What we'll do first, a no-brainer, I think. Boom. Boom. Amazing. I don't care too much about the flag right now, so I might just move... Ooh. Yikes. That's my fault for not moving smarter. Alright. Gonna take a couple of hits here. I'm worried I might lose this fight. A URSR, United Roman Socialist Republics. Oh, I love it. That would be a really fun mod. That is wicked. That is wicked. Amplitude still streaming? They are. And damn them, they've got more views than me. I love it. but I hate it. Oh, no, that's really good to see the official channel getting some love, actually. Alright, let's fire down on... I mean, actually, let's have a look here. What kind of strength do these units have? So, the swordsmen have around 39, and the longbowmen are at 34. They're relatively close. The reason why I bring it up is because I'm kind of thinking it might be a good idea to take out the longbowmen first. But step up onto the high ground. That'll have me positioned better for neck time. And then we'll just see, I guess, if we can get some quick kills here. It's a bit rough. I wonder what the game will do with my boats when I auto. I reckon they'll just kind of stay there and do nothing. Yeah. Because unfortunately they can't get around into this side. If I hit them around here, they would be fine. But I don't. Because I'm bad. Yeah, they're taking hits from the longbowmen. Ugh! Get out of here. Boom. Boom. I don't have my flag, but I don't mind. I actually would not mind taking a loss here, because then they'll get a little bit more war support. We can keep the war going for a little bit longer, hopefully. Yeah, very good. Very good. I mean, obviously not ideal, but good enough. And because this is our toady, we can heal up these gunners and send them back in for round 2 next turn. And now that I know how to play a little bit better, I think there's a lot more value in our boats being somewhere else. Like maybe these ones. Actually, let's just have a big old naval battle. Another one. You wanted naval warfare, here we go. Yeah, Amplitude do regular streams around 2 or 3 times a week. The same thing like I'm doing here. They play through a game, you know, talk in chat, blah blah blah. I think, from what I've seen of their streams, I try and watch them when I'm not streaming. They tend to play a little bit slower. I think they tend to play a save over a few more streams than I would. But also they don't tend to stream as long as I would. But it's usually a good time. They're cool people. They obviously they know about the game. There's a few different people who stream on their channel as well from time to time. Sometimes you get devs, sometimes you get their, sometimes you get Rogan. They're creative. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Shout out to them. All right, let's do the fights. But they don't stream on YouTube. They're Twitch only. So I don't know why I said so. I had nothing to follow up on that sentence with. Literally nothing. So, let that be a lesson to you. Gonna do all the clicks here. The big clicks. Try and get some maybe encirclement kind of stuff going on. Yeah, that's really good. That's a wonderful fight. And not even a well-optimized fight on my behalf, but a wonderful one nonetheless. This boat is already triple promoted, so I might try and secure the final stab with one that isn't, right? To try and get the extra promotion. So we won't use you. We'll probably use you two. Yeah, but we will need a helping hand, won't we? Actually, if we bring the horse there... The knight, sorry. God, show some respect. The 2 knights can take out this one. Oh, okay, 1 knight can. Nicely done. And then the boats can take out, or the knights can take out this one. Try and get some promotions across the board. Lift everyone else up. And there's a unit under me. I'll let it come into the battle if it wants. Hey, come on in, chief. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Boom. Oh, look, there's someone else, I think. I think the spearman is technically in the battle as well. Nope, we did it. Good one. And materials procurement? Surely not. Hey, Jaybird, welcome back for day 2, friend. Good to see ya. This is quite an interesting... Oh my goodness, we have patronage. Sorry, mind running at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but I just remembered we have patronage, so I need to check the cities for that. Also, if you remember last time, we gave an outpost to these barbarians. Sorry to the nomadic tribe that was giving us a bit of grief down here. And we gave it to them thinking that we would probably just take it straight back. So what I'll do is also in the background start to work on that plan. Grab the fleet of 2 boats, and maybe anyone want to accompany them or nah? Just 2 boats to kill Donard, probably a bad idea. Maybe a card would like to help us. But first, a word from our sponsor, Patronage, and the wonderful coffee manufactories that are going to provide us with 50 fame and some fantastic, wondrous resource yields. So we've got it for coffee and ebony. So there's 2 in a card. These are very cheap to build as well. So usually it's worth either buying them with gold or even population, to be fair. 2 pop is very cheap for 50 fame, and if we use the coffee example, an additional 10% food on all cities. And it cost me 2 pop. Think about that. Let that sink in. And oh my god, let this sink in. Bibbly Boss has 4. Fantastic. Salt. Yes. Dyes. One of our preferred ones. Incense. And porcelain. Brilliant. Oh, this is very good. You're about to see a bit of a snowball, I think. You're about to see a bit of a snowball. I'm wondering what would be the best way to watch this happen. Our stability should increase a bit. So we've got the salt manufactory first. We only have 1... What? Oh, there are only 2 salt deposits in the world. Okay, so it'll give me 5% food. Let's just spam these out and watch these yields and watch the stability and see what happens. Okay, cool. So that got me 30 food straight away. Unfortunately, we're going to lose some population, so it's going to be a little bit warped now. But I'm going to spam them out. Yeet. 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 Yeah, that was brilliant. We're now at 304 food, and we've got a whole lot of gold in the process too. Whole lot of gold in the process. We can do you a favor, Masked. Absolutely. Scott! G'day and kia ora! 3 months as a megapixel! Scott, it is fantastic to see you. And Scott, while you're here, and while you're chatting, I would like to give a huge, heartfelt, sincere thank you to Scott for this wonderful gift. Check this out. Check out this BRB screen. Is this not, or is this not the coolest personal thing ever? How good. How good. Thank you so much, Scott, for your support, helping me do what I do, and just in general being a cool dude. Much appreciated. Now back to the live screen. I just had to show that just for a second because it's so cool. I love it. It's microwave coffee. It's like one of the biggest memes on the channel of all time. How good. Thank you, Scott. You're a legend. Alrighty. Let me grab this infrastructure now that we've got all those manufactories online. 6 total. I'm wondering if we can sneak an extra one. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like... Oh, yes we can. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So the Obsidian Manufactory will provide 50 fame, an extra 30 stability, and +3 money per adjacent market quarter. Do we have any near it? No. We'll get 1 near it. And again, just speed that along. Always a good move, I think. Should I do a stability festival? Feels dumb, but... I might. And I might also do a parade in Kerma. And we'll remember that for later. We can train some really powerful naval units here, right? I think so. Thanks so much, Masked. Just yesterday, Pete. Just yesterday. Scott commissioned it, I believe. He spent he spent ages with 3D programs and tutorials. Of course. Where are these boats going? Oh yeah, we do want to position them here. I don't know about the naval siege with just the boats, but actually, they might be daft enough to go for it. It'd be a quick win. Do I have my militarist stars? Yes. Yes. I'll grab a Expansionist, and then maybe we bounce through to the Swedes, which, by the way, it was probably the closest poll vote of all... Poll vote? The closest poll vote of a very long time. It was 51% in favour of the Swedes. Really a close call. A really close call. Then got Fiverr to do it. Okay, yeah, a really close call, but I think we'll move through. Now, after I just quickly grab that one Expansionist star if I can. I don't need it. I acknowledge, I don't need it, but also, I can't help it. I must. Where can I do it? Nowhere, really. I just need to place that outpost really quickly, because these guys are going to fight me for it. Anywhere not attached? Oh, yes, here we go. Where would you like... Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, anywhere not attached? Hello? I think we'll attach one of these. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, my friend. Alright, let's attach... Where is this even... This can be attached to knock, I think. And it's very cheap to do so. So let's do it. Boom. Another coking works. More industry. Fantastic. And there's that Expansionist star. Alrighty, let's jump through into the Swedes. What do we get from them? As you know, we get a boat. The only unique boat in the contemporary era. And it's a stealth corvette, which my correspondents in chat tell me is very good. And basically, outside of that, we'll pick up a whole load of science. It is worth noting that the Swedes have been tuned a little bit. I can't remember if it was in a recent patch or if it was since the beta, which is a very long time ago. So I won't talk too much on that. We'll jump straight into the Swedes. Welcome to Sweden. I'm gonna wear a suit. It's going to be covered in red stains of my opponents. Starting with... maybe you again. Yeah. Let's do it. We'll take out Brown. We'll take out that... well, we'll try and take out Brown. We should be able to, but I shouldn't get ahead of myself. We'll absolutely sweep up the independent tribe that we created in a lab. Our artificial tribe. Our experimental project. We'll take them out. And then maybe we turtle up and try and get to the really good boats so that we can actually test them out. That's a giant hill. Don't forget to like the video, everyone. Thank you, Jaybird. I appreciate the like shoutouts. Wow, we've been live for an hour? What the heck? Okay. Shall I sink you? Yes. I'll just insta-resolve that, because my boats are super good, and they're just gonna run away, so... How do you like me now? And then let's get the boats there, let's bring the knights onto land. They could actually siege this, probably, while their whole army's got their backs turned over here. I like it. I like it. Yeah. So we start this battle. Fight. They're going to take their turn and fight me, so we need to come back to that anyway. Meanwhile, over here, the two-pronged attack. These two knights are going to run in at these peasants, and hopefully with the assistance of our navy, they should be able to win this. Without our navy, they may not. So we'll hide our horses, because of course they can't climb walls. So it's a bit of an odd siege, but I think as an opportunistic player, I should probably take advantage of it. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully they don't die. Hopefully they don't die straight away. I actually need a chance to reinforce with my boats. They can perish next turn if they want to, but just not this turn. Thank you kindly. Okay. Look at these triple promoted gun platforms. These swordsmen are like, oh jeez. Oh jeez. Boom. And I think, because it's very important for me to keep my horses alive, I'm going to remove that one from play. And remove that one too, actually. We've baited them. Let's see if they take the bait. Ah, they won't, because they've got the flag. Okay, we'll bring the horses back and take the flag. We've still got 2 more rounds, so time is on our side. let's bring these boats close in here. You down there. Sink you immediately. Not sink. Whatever it's called when you're fighting on land. We'll do that. And maybe I need to bring you back as bait, actually. Yeah. Sail this one around here. Try and get a... Now we can see that tile. Brilliant. You can actually see... you. Fantastic. This is what I'm talking about. That is bombarding from the sea. Finally making good value out of our military units, out of our naval units. It's a good time. Hey, Charles. Welcome in. Yeah, it is really good. It is really good. I agree. I echo Huck's sentiment tenfold. Take you out. Bring you in as just bait, to be entirely honest. I should have attacked there. I'm the biggest moron in the world. However, again, like I said last time, it doesn't actually matter if we lose the odd fight here or there, because if the war is prolonged longer, I think it eventually pays off in my favor. One thing that is clear, we need another load of gunners. So let's set this as our spawn point and knock. Build the armory so that they receive some promotions, and then spam out, well, not spam, but prepare an army of 5 gunners. That will probably be our trump card to win this fight. We could consider maybe building some somewhere else, but that might be overkill. Military stars. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness. I forgot about this fight. Okay. Actually, let's hit the always lose button. Look at that range. That's pretty impressive. It's a shame to lose the triple promoted units, but it's also worth considering that a promotion is only 1 combat strength, and in most of our cities, I think at the moment, we can train units out with around 1 or 2 promotions already, so it's not quite as good as it looks. However, actually it was a very successful battle. And we got some military stars along the way. Brilliant. 2 gunners of the original 4 remain. But that's alright. I think we've cleared out most of their military at this point. We could consider maybe sailing around there next turn and sinking those boats. And would we like to do a siege here? Sure. Insta-resolve, insta-defeat. That's fine. That was sort of a bit of a meme anyway. I need to send some melee units over there probably. These knights are very nearly dead. We probably just consider them gone. It's not really worth my time to save them, I don't think. Sorry, knights! We really appreciate all your hard yards. All the hard work, but just not today, chief. Sink that. And step these units just back into my Toadies Empire so that we can heal them up again. Nice. Could you join my war? Actually, I don't think we want them to join my war because they'll probably just lose it for me. No. And we'll hunt down this retreating army and sink it before it makes it back to land. That sounds really vicious. I'm not a vicious person. Most of the time. The fact that this district provides 151 science feels a bit extreme. But I suppose, actually, if you consider in the late game, probably a lot of the late game industrial districts would do the same for industry, so maybe it's not that absurd. Shall I go in with 2 guns? I think I will. I'm feeling adventurous. And what the heck's going on over here? 5v8? Okay, I'll manual this one. This one looks like it could be quite interesting. Send our triple promoted units to the front. Oh, what a showdown! Da-na-na-na-na-na. It's the siege of Londinia, although it's not actually. It's the Battle of Mohindaro, apparently. I kind of agree, Charles. Yeah, when I find a mod, I'm like, and with what Huck's saying, if I download a mod, I'm like, I want to play a game with this specific purpose, and I'll try this mod. I think there are some generic ones that you could consider playing with all the time. Those ones that don't, that sort of add things underneath, like the Natural Wonder Improvement mod, potentially some of the mods around the Neolithic era as well, like Alex one. But then for the more specific ones, sometimes I do like to just do a themed run with them instead. Really showcase what they've got, and then move on to the next one, because my goodness, there's a lot of them. There is a lot of mods. There are a lot of mods, I should say. Goodness. I want to withdraw the ship, but it'll die if I do, so I won't. Surrounded on all sides, but looking good. Sink you. Sink you to protect this weak ship, right? And then, unfortunately, we can't protect this one very easily, so it's just going to go down fighting. And fight it shall. Nice. Absolutely brilliant. They've chosen the Mongols. The Romans would be a great pick for you, Jaybird. Absolutely. Also, you could consider maybe if the Mongols are attacking you quite aggressively. It's worth noting that the Mongols can't climb walls, right? They can't. They can still shoot, of course. They're a ranged unit, but if you have a fairly defendable city, it can be fairly easy to stop the Mongol invasion. So long as you're not fighting them in open ground. I think the Romans would be a great pick. Totally. Totally. Just because you get the Roman legion so quickly, and now, since the latest update, and it's so strong. Yeah, absolutely. I would go the Romans. Without seeing any of the rest of your game, I would go the Romans. We'll just leave this ship here. That's fine. This battle can continue through into turn 96.
I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
Sweet. Is that it? Apparently not. Happy for those knights to die. And kind of want this battle to end. There we go. Great success! I think we might try and repair the fleet. Although, actually, intercepting these units would be really good. Ah, no, there's one in the way. Okay, that's fine. We'll take down that one. Oh, actually. Oh, my ridiculous movement can almost get me there. What I'll do is try and get as much out of this as I can by sailing around the front here so that we're close to these guys next turn. These boats may perish. But that's fine. We'll build more if they do. I'm going to protect these ones, though. Heal them up. Da, da, da. Brilliant. Shall we take Harappa with 2 guns? I think we'll try. Woof. Alright, bring it. Bring it on. Okay. 1, 2, 3 bows. Hopefully no more come out. They didn't. Great success. We're vastly outnumbered. The Praetorian Guard is so good. Good evening, Bruno. Good to see you. It's made especially to hurt me. That Avenger trait, though. Love it. The longbows are going to do a lot more damage to me than anything else, but I could take down 2 peasants. But I think for the future of taking down the city, it makes more sense that we take out the actual units. The peasants don't really matter. If I can take out their longbows, I'll consider this a relatively successful fight, and then we'll swing in with our new army that's being built over a knock and clean up. Clean up crew to Isle 2. Oof. Rough. But what do you expect when it's a 2v17? Here's the cleanup crew. Let's get them on their way to cleaning up. They could actually try and fight someone on the way. But look at that! Oh my god! I can... From the spawn in my city, I can disembark. Sorry, I can embark, sail all the way across here, and then disembark and fight. That's incredible. 14 movement. Look at us go. Oh, man. Ah, brilliant. Oh, no, no. Looks like I may have been slightly overzealous. Couldn't quite make it. But, next turn. All good. These boats are still proving quite useless, but I don't want to move them because then I'll just have to move them back again. It's fine. We'll merge them up with this fleet. That'll make it a bit more manageable. They're like, nope. Hey, come back here. Where do you think you're going? Please. Thank you. Alright. I'll send them around, just in case. 5 turns. Hey, Micro! Science, food, industry, more science. And then maybe, I don't know, a couple of garrisons for some stability, potentially? Just in case it starts to get away on me. Why can I not build these basic infrastructures? Ah, I don't have a river, of course. A card. Useless. But happy that we took it very early on, to be fair. And yeah, we'll start to spam out a couple of these. Research buildings, 105 science each. Pretty good baseline science gain. Not as good as collective minds could yield us with all of our industry, it's worth noting, but still pretty good. And it probably pays to give them a couple of buds. A couple of buddies. Not to be confused with spuddies. And we're away. Are we away? Yeah, we are. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh. This city has improved its strength since I was last here. Okay. That's quite unexpected, actually. I'm not gonna lie, this has caught me a little bit off guard. Let me... Scott! Rich in friendship sugar!
I didn't find
It's too good. Scott with a $7.99 Australian super chat. Kalgoorlie says, there's a good-looking lake in the middle of that land. Maybe a sub should station in there. How dare you? How absolutely dare you? But look at it. Oh, wouldn't you love to build a nuclear submarine in there? Isn't that just the best spot to station a nuclear sub? Love it. I tried to make her be quiet. Stupid indeed. Stupid is right. Alright, okay. My deployment looks fine. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go down. They actually have a lot of units. Credit to them. They're bad units, so I will hopefully eventually be able to overwhelm them, but I kind of thought that they would be a bit more of a pleb than they are. So that'll teach me for being a little overzealous here. Let's see what we can do. This is going to be the fight of the ages, really. They've got units all over the show on all different bits of land. And they're not doing a lot of damage to my gunners, but they may be able to overwhelm me again with pure firepower. However, we have a weak but usable navy ready to redeploy to hopefully sink a whole load of military units in the sea here. And they are almost all military units. There's a fleet of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, and then 7, 8. Okay. Time to sail in. We'll go 2 for 2. The old buddy system never fails. Oof, 89, not what I wanted to see. Sink some boats. Actually, should we just sink some boats with these guns at the back? Maybe we should. Help the Navy out a little bit, because the Navy is quite weak here. We've only got 4 units. Yeah, I like that. That was a good round. I feel quite happy with that. Let's see what they can throw back at me. Again, it's the overwhelming numbers that I'm concerned about. There goes the flag. And one of our ships. Another one looking very weak over on my battle manager. Yeah, there it goes. It's down. Gunners holding strong. Defending themselves reasonably well, but not as well as I would like against those peasants, to be totally honest. Let's continue to help the boats at sea with these gunners at the back, right? Sink a couple of ships. They didn't see that coming. Sink that warrior that's in the ocean as well. Shoot that unit off the flag. I'm going to have to move for that next turn, so we'll try and clear that out. And keep sinking ships with the boats. We get good value when we sink melee units with them, even though the naval units are more of a threat at sea. When it comes to actually taking the city, the naval units won't matter. That's my logic. It's likely deeply flawed. I don't know if I can pull this off. But I can definitely move for that flag. And hopefully clear out someone. You'll do. Whew. Okay. That was tough. Any reinforcements that we could send into this battle would be greatly appreciated, I think. Let's consider knock. Which, for some reason, it's some warriors and archers that are just not even worth my time. I'm just going to disband them. Because we spawn over here on this island. So, spawn some new units there instead. Let's get guns, baby. All the guns. How many can I get in a turn? Lots. Great. Yeah, that's really great, actually. There we go. How many can we fit? Only one more. Okay, so you actually only need to train one more. And then you're just wasting production otherwise. So, train one more and then build me some unique districts. Please and thank you. No. But, we can do the old Hamlet trick over here. My favourite. Get that Hamlet online. Get the infrastructure in place. In case we want to merge our cities, we should try and keep them fairly evenly matched. The triumphant arc is really good for the Romans. I agree. But harder to quantify, I think, for a lot of players, because it's just stability or it's just influence. It's maybe a little less sexy. But you're absolutely right. The expansionist cultures are one of my favorites now too. I've covered it a little bit on the channel, but not as much as I would like. I really need to, I think, ram that message home that expansionists are super good now, which is the total opposite of what they were at launch. Now, I actually think, genuinely, that expansionists are maybe not quite as good as Collective Minds or the industry equivalent, but very close. Very close. Hey! The Hamlet play in the Great Tips video? Aw, Scott, of course you did. Go you! Rich in friendship. Making it free was the best. Absolutely. Yeah, it just totally changed it. It totally changed the expansionist cultures. And also, the change to their stars as well, I think, was another big one. Oh, I ballsed up the spawn with these units in a bad way. Oh, why do I do bad things? Why am I bad? Okay. We need a garrison. We really needed the garrison there, not there. My mistake. Oh, 64 food and 7 gold from a harbour. Feels good. 156 science from a research quarter district. Also feels quite good. Boom. Boom. Alright, a little bit of SimCity done and out of the way. Oh, these brave boys did very well. And they've paved the way for round 2, well and truly. Let's try and take down some melee units that will continue to defend the city next time. So I'll sink you, and I've moved you instead of shooting like a dummy. Alright, GG. Good fight, Mohindaro. We'll be back for you. We still have enough war support. Again, just to reiterate, it's not the end of the world to lose a few skirmishes here and there. Because we gain so much from prolonging the war. It's Alexander from YouTube. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Thanks for popping over onto the Twitch side, my friend. I just sit on Twitch more, so I notice the streams more. Totally fair. Totally fair. I'm unpronounceable name person on Twitch. I was gonna try. I was like, can I pronounce that name? And I looked at it and I thought, it's probably Weinsman? Weihnachtsmann? I thought that's probably how I would say it, but I thought, oh, I better not butcher it. I'll just say hey. And we discovered movable typeface. How good are we? Who cares? But we can now bring these 6 gunners in. I'd like to support them with a navy, but I've failed to build one. However, we were routing this fleet this way. And as luck would have it, it's going to arrive right on time. Before we siege the city, we can absolutely fight some units with our gunners, I think. Ooh. I think we can. We're about to find out. I think the reason why the combat strength is so high is because there's probably things in the city that are joining this fight, but obviously we're not going to let them do that. We're going to move away from the city. And even though these aren't naval units, their strength at sea is still 39, which is, spoiler alert, super good. I might just station one on land as well, though. Cool. It looks like it's not in our favor, but it may be. And oh my god, he did. Stage! Stage, thank you so much for a $20 US super chat. I so appreciate that. Thank you so much. At least one German to come to the stream. We've got a couple, I think. We've got a couple. How long am I going to be live today? I will probably be live for at least another hour. Maybe another hour and a half, I would say. Around an hour to an hour and a half longer in this stream yet. We're probably maybe halfway through. Maybe? That's my guesstimate. Let's continue to sink boats. Boom. Boom. You should be able to get a good shot off on someone, surely. Yes. You're a little weak. Might try and... Ooh. Oh, I didn't quite get it far enough away from the longbowmen. Look at their range! I love them. We need to try and play a game with the English. They always get taken from me, or they're just not on theme, so I don't care about them. God, we're gonna have to send more units here. Nock's gonna have to do the same thing again. Artistic expression's quite nice, but we don't really need it. However, we do have some cash to splash. Who should we splash it on? Or what should we splash it on? Slaves? Kinda meh. Conquered empires? Feels on point. But I don't really want the war support. I'll just go for the +2 influence, I think.
And keep things focused.
And yeah, same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to the front. Oh, this is weird. So it's saying that they're going to be completed in one turn, but it hasn't actually put them at the front of the queue. Oh, there we go. Cool. So if you drag and drop it there, instead of scrolling along and finding the front, it will put it at the front, but it doesn't... It seems to be a graphical glitch, because it's still putting it at the back, but I think it's prioritizing it first. So cool. Alright, more guns. They sink my guns every turn. And then I bring more guns. Although from land we are unstoppable. But the longbows are chasing me down! Guten Abend! Do vaguely remember chatting some German with Octopus? Yeah. German checking in. Go you, the real though! 2 Germans. Of course, Doctor. So we're up to around 4 or 5 Germans. Weihnachtsmann is Father Christmas in German, I'm told. Hopefully I didn't just say something really rude and offensive again. Apologies. More Hamlets. More jobs. Maybe more money? Yeah. Get a few dollar bills around the place. We are pretty good at money after all. What would we like to do here? The fate of the veterans. Should we honor the veterans, keeping us in the homeland and giving us extra unit production, which to be honest we actually don't need that much. 300 money, or we could ignore the veterans and take a stability hit. For me, I think it's the 300 money. The production is absolutely great, but I just don't really need it. And look at this. Now that I've changed the spawn point, these units can actually just come straight into this fight immediately, which is wonderful, because I will absolutely redeploy them. Oh, don't send them too close though. Watch the longbows. Right? Learn that lesson the hard way. Try and flank around this side. And sink some freaking boats in the process. Boom, boom, boom! Oh, I've got one more. I was like, why is it not ending? Sure. The longbows will be the death of me! Oh, they'll be the death of me. Scott is referring to a bot that used to turn up in chat. I don't know if I get the viewership numbers anymore for it to turn up, but every now and again there is a bot that turns up. It's called something like Hot Girls and Boys Chat Live.net, something really spammy and ridiculous. But it's a thing. Who wants to shoot who? The question of the ages. Let's take the flag. And, oh, let's make landfall! What am I doing? I should be pushing this coastline, not running away from it. You're meant to bring balance to the coastline, not destroy it! There's a really dumb reference. I thought, should I say that? Probably not. But I did it anyway. Oy vey. Alright, moving nice and close. Let's play the aggressor instead of the coward this time. Because I see 2 spots there and 2 spots there where my guns can get up on land. And once they're on land, if they can take the 2 hits that they're about to take, they may be all good. Maybe. Prequel meme. Yes, actually, Scott, that's a good point. When we spoke different languages, they were more likely to turn up. Russian as well was a good one. Oof, that fleet has seen my gunners arrive, and it's like, no siree Bob. Quickly make landfall. The damage here is not ideal. We might try and run. Oh no, but we do need to hold the flag. Okay, let's double down. Let's sacrifice these units, essentially. Double down on the flag. Turn them into naval units. You can shoot you. We have made landfall, which is great success. But we're going to take some hits in the process, and unfortunately lose the flag in the process. Where is that navy that I was sending up? There you are. Please join us. Please. We could have really used you last round. This is a mighty battle here for this place. It's incredible. I think what we'll do is, yet again, sorry Knock, the people of Knock are not living a very happy life. Get another 6 of these boys. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I may need to focus on technology for my melee units. The reason why we're sort of taking some heavy hits here is because they're not very good at all. These units, though. We need them in here now. Alright, all battle stations, go! We can actually chain through there as well. That's really nice. Sink that unit. Ooh, these guys are a bit stranded, but with the help of our gunners on land, finally starting to clear out some of these longbowmen, hopefully, we can start to make a difference. Take out that archer as well in the back. Boom, boom. Nearly. Apparently not. Damn, that extra combat streak promotion made a huge difference to the amount of damage there. That was really quite interesting. And I'll sink you too. Okay, the tides have turned in our favor. Hallelujah! We did it! Some of the sunken ships should become hazards to shipping. That would be really cool, yeah. Kind of like what Civ does with... in Civ 6, like, battle sites and antiquity sites. But essentially for shipwrecks, right? Very cool. Very cool idea. Yeah, no, I get you, Liam. Love it. Yeah, especially around the coastal waters. Coastal hazards would be very cool. There's a lot that they could do with the Navy in this game because of its really solid foundation, I think. I do think it's a very solid foundation. Do I have any unit left to move? You, apparently. There we go. I was just wondering if it could do anything clever. Sometimes if I've got like one unit left, I'll just turn auto battle on and off very quickly. Just to maybe try and, I don't know, see if the AI knows something I don't, you know? There might be somewhere I could move that I've missed, that kind of thing. How many troops does it take to kill 4 English longbowmen? 20? How many? How many? Just trying to think what's the optimal play here. You can finish that one. We'll ignore that one for the minute. You two... Okay, you can probably finish that. Nice. Risked it for the biscuit. Love to take out the bowman, but we'll just focus fire in on everyone else first. Leave the one bowman as the final fight for some real poetic justice. We are boarded at the minute, so I can't move this ship out of here without taking some damage. So let's just try and see if we can secure a kill nearby. Which we can. And we might step this gunner up onto land, just to keep it safe. Ooh, it took damage stepping up, but it should be okay now. Unless that longbowman fires over at it. How dare you! Oh! Honestly. The longbowman. Please, destroy. There we go. You were good when you were defending. Behind your walls. Once your walls are torn down, we should be okay. The poor fleet as well. It was a bit battered and bruised, but it's doing a reasonable job. Need to get in behind these walls as well, ideally. Pew! Pew! Some good reinforcements with some triple promoted... Wait. Did that take 100 damage? Pretty sure that took 100 damage. It's a ghost ship. Ooh. Can I have some of your ghost ships? There is a reference really nobody will get. Unless you watched New Zealand television about 5 years ago. AoE 4 has entered the chat. Yeah. AoE 4, Civ 5, Civ 6, Humankind. All games love to have a powerful longbowman. Although AoE 4 is maybe the best of the bunch. Maybe. Relative to everything else. It's hard to say. But, historically, of course, they were super fantastic. So it makes wonderful sense. Zerging with the longbowman is an auto-win. Yeah. You can't beat ghost ships. Not my ghost ships! Oh, yikes. If we finish streaming on Twitch before Amplitude finish streaming, we'll raid them. I've never done a raid before. That could be kind of fun. And I think YouTube is introducing a similar feature next year, actually. So I'll be able to do it on YouTube and Twitch. They are absolutely devastating. Yeah, absolutely. Shall I send more dudes in? Probably, just in case. Keep on sending in the guns! There we go. Now our combat strength's looking pretty tasty. And you can actually run all the way over there thanks to our outstanding naval ability. So we'll just run these units in for extra firepower. There we go. Hopefully now that should be enough to swing this into our favour. We don't have control of the flag. And we could have very easily moved toward that. I still can, in fact. If you move through your units, you don't suffer the zone of control that other units can impact. They can sort of force it on you, right? So if you have units to move through that are friendly, even if there are enemies somewhat nearby, you can still get around them. And that's what we've done to take the flag and deal 1 damage to the ghost ship. The 1 damage that it needed. And there we go. The battle was a victory because we took the flag in the last minute. But of course it wasn't a siege. It was actually just a battle, believe it or not. I know. But now we can probably go back in with 6 fully healed gunners and 5 naval units. It should be enough. We've got 2 more gunners on the way, just in case. Great success. I'm wondering if we put somebody on collective minds. Just so that we can move through the tech tree a little bit faster. So I'm going to put Phaistos, and maybe even a card. Yeah, let's put a card on it as well. It'll hurt my gold income a bit, so I might want to stop doing it in future. But for now, it should give us a nice tech boost. Yeah, 5,000. So we can get Propeller much faster, because we were far too slow. Almost actually attempting to do it again down here in Kerma. Yeah, screw it. We don't have to do it forever. We can just do it for 5 turns, right? So it kind of makes sense. And sure, yeah, absolutely we want to modernize our cities. We're not ignoring that call. Let's pay the money. Let's compromise. Humankind is on Game Pass on PC. Yes. Yep. And they have a demo on Steam as well. Humankind is so accessible. It's really good. You can get it on Game Pass for PC, the full complete version. You can download a demo on Steam. You can buy it through my link in the description. Hoi hoi hoi. Or of course, it's everywhere. It's everywhere and it's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, let's heal. Great success. In friendly territory? Yes. And then we'll rush back in and finally take this damn longbowman-infested city. I wonder actually also if there's a upgrade for my gunners that I could grab very quickly here. Line formation. Flintlock. Yeah, let's go flintlock. And then maybe we can upgrade our gunners just so they're a bit stronger. So that the longbowmen aren't quite on par. But we might make the most of these ones' movement and send them in. And then if we want to, we could upgrade this sort of new army that's appearing. We'll get 4 of them, I think. Nice. And the fleet... Oh, the fleet should hang around too, actually. Yep. We'll go for upgrades. We'll come back, they'll be like, wait, weren't you the guy with the stick before? Yes. And now I have a better one. This city is basically min-maxed out at this point as well. I think a few industrial quarters. Yeah, actually, you know what? You can collective mines too. Give me my good guns, and give me them now. Thank you kindly. I just don't like to talk about it, Scott. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to ask for that kind of stuff. You are fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Game Pass for PC is very good value, and a lot of people sleep on it, don't they? Okay, we need coal. Shoot. Where are you, coal? Oh, I've already researched coal. I just haven't improved it anywhere. We must have it up in one of these island. Oh, okay, not that one. That one's got uranium, oil, gunpowder, and iron. There's some coal in Bibbly Boss. Brilliant. I think we need about 3 coal though. So let's finally settle this territory. Oh, I've been trying to get that since turn 1. So there's another coal. What about down here? Nope, just everything but coal. Here? Nope, just everything but coal. May as well buy this everything, because this is quite juicy. Spend some influence. Great success. Amsterdam, not interested in you. No coal here. Aha! Here we go. There's another coal down here in Adalaladal. Atatai, whatever it is. And also here. So I will now finally also claim this island. Jeepers. Wait, this island too? Oh my gosh. There must be some coal here in the New World. Oh yeah, we're away laughing. I didn't even need to get those new islands. I entirely forgot that the New World is... Whoa! Oh man. No, I feel like a fool. Turns out we also have the manufactories for tea, saffron, and gemstones here in Ogma. You know what, Ogma? You're a city. I'm just gonna turn you into a city and get you to build these things instead of expelling populations. You are just that good. Welcome. Ogma God, it's a goodie. Not a great name for a city, I realise. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but how good. Get a hamlet down this way so we can build down here a bit, right? Get some sciencey stuff. And it looks like there's some really good opportunities to make some sweet cash money here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of cash. We will need food, otherwise we'll starve. So I'll get some food along the fringes there next to the saffron. And of course, actually, first and foremost, we'll build a glorious harbour. And that will all be done in a single turn. 3 manufactories and a harbour. Oh, that's incredible. Should we hook someone else up to this territory as well? I believe we shall. Enif looks quite good. Let's grab Enif. Get another science. Another science. I do words. And also another harbour, crucially. And you know what? I'm going to build this one in a lake in your honour, Scott. There you go. Hopefully I don't get duped by that down the line. The meme harbour has been completed. Hey look, there's another saffron here. Come on, dude. Very excited to make landfall here. Because then I won't be fighting with guns from the sea. For once in my life. Let's make sure we take landfall first. And how about this for an upgrade? It's an expensive upgrade to the steam frigates. We're gonna need to jump off collective mines as soon as we can so that we can start earning some more money, I think. How long is that gonna take? Still 4 more turns. Okay, all bueno. Maybe we put Bibbly Boss on... Ah, it's maxed out. It's actually maxed out with jobs. So as soon as it builds those infrastructures, we should be in a better place. Hopefully. Hopefully. Math test tomorrow. Good luck, Mikro. I know you can do it. Ah, yeah, true. Save files too. For Italian accent. Oh, Jaybird. My hero. Okay, we'll leave these units here because I want to try out our new upgrades. At least one. Let's have a look at the difference between our old gunner platforms, the Karaks. 12 movement, 4 range, and 49 strength, versus 12 movement, 4 range, and 61. That is a massive upgrade. Jeepers. That basically... that moves us from being unable to one-shot everything to being able to one-shot everything. So what I'll do is I'll send in 4 to help out with the fight, including our new steam frigate, and then I'll leave this one here and upgrade it next turn when I have the cash money to do it. We can also now upgrade our gunners as well. Quite important. So money is becoming more important. So I'll jump off collective mines whenever I can. And unfortunately, they've fought me just before I could make landfall. That's pretty annoying. Could consider the retreat, regroup, come back stronger with ships. I think we'll do that this time. Usually I wouldn't, but I think that's the right move. Especially because the fleet can come along here and maybe help out, right? Quite important. And we're just going to send the Scout Rider into the abyss. Bye! Have a great time. Colonization. That doesn't sound like me. And see if you can find a boat next turn. Sweet! Theology is free. War Summons is free. Heavy Infantry is free. All very reasonable upgrades for a reasonable empire, I think. Chartered economy, guilds, alchemy, and siege cannons. Mercantilism. All of this is going to take one turn. One turn, one turn, one turn. Wow. 10 technologies in a turn. Somebody contact Guinness World Records. Probably not. Likewise, this archer has well and truly served its purpose. Goodbye and good riddance. I have to work on installing harbours and improving infrastructure all around the place that I've neglected for a very long time. Boom. You're my toady, you're my future enemy, you're my current toady. Where's the new world? Oh yeah, it doesn't even look like the new world anymore because, oh my god, it's a goodie. It's here now. I want that saffron. The forgotten saffron. And we'll start to build harbours and stuff here too. That way these outposts will have maximum population when the time comes to connect them up to, oh my god, it's a goodie. And like I say, we're going to have to use our navy to clear out their boats so that we can make a safe landing with our military units, right? Sorry, I was just distracted by chat. Distracted by talks of cloud saves and free storage. And yeah, I think you're right. Okay, let's oh my god. We were just talking about this yesterday as well. The insta-lose button. And yet I couldn't resist. I thought, oh surely. I thought, surely this time. And it makes me feel stupid. Welcome back to the start of this turn. I'm gonna quickly beeline through those decisions I made prior. I'm actually gonna play this. Hey! Hey, hey, hey! You know what? 2 can play at that game. You wanna ransack me, punk? I'll ransack you back. There's the administrative center. Let's ransack this administrative center. And then let's come over this way and teach him who's boss. Yeah, get out of here. You dummy. I didn't even notice that. That would have really annoyed me if they'd gotten away with it too. Those rotten kids. 2 steam frigates at play. The year is 1400. Feels okay. Let's see what they can do. Oh, come on. Let me see what they can do. There we go. We'll put them at the front on the icebergs and put the weaker boats at the back. And let's fire. One shot, one kill. Brilliant. Great success. We'll chase them down next turn as well. I am on to you. The Teutons would like a non-aggression pact. I'm just going to refuse that. We are not interested in non-aggressing the Teutons.
It's a city so full of specialists.
We should really start to hit F5 before I gamble. Good, I should, Johnny. Great call. Great call. The new Ghostbusters film was very good, so I've heard. I was watching for a change. Yeah, it was nice to watch for a change. I very much enjoyed it. It's you notice a lot more when you're watching than when you're playing, or at least I do. Like when I was watching you guys, I felt like I was at like the control station, you know, and I was sort of like watching everything play out. This mastermind of the battlefield. Not that I was giving orders, and not that I'm a mastermind, but it was really interesting. A very interesting experience to watch you play from my perspective, having just live streamed earlier. Yeah, it was super cool. Alright, let's pin these units into this awful spawn so they can't flee. And then just routinely, what will probably happen is we'll destroy one, right? I'll just check that that's how it actually works. But I'm pretty sure they'll only be able to spawn one. I'm pretty sure it works the same with boats as it does with land units. Ah, no, right, they can actually spawn back there. That's actually probably better. Because, oh, and there, oh my goodness, we can just sail across these not at all saleable looking icebergs. Good to note. Good to note. Let's continue to fire, get these crappy old boats out the way. I want my steam frigates at the front, really, because they just do incredible damage. And now, unfortunately, because we've got them pinned, we can just keep going, right? Over and over and over and over again. I'll let them spawn properly this time, because there's only 3 of them, so I can get the big kills. And great success. Hey, some old guy in Hawaii! Thank you so much for the $5 chupa chat. Super duper chat. Not enough ideology axis. Axes? Hatchies? End it. Get cracking! You're right, actually. Good call. Good call. We should surge toward the end of our axes. A little worried about what it might do to my stability. However, now that I've hooked up all of those resources in the new world, hopefully stability is less of an issue for me moving forward. Also, arguably, I maybe don't need as many units around as I used to because my units are better. Worth considering. Either way, there's a very successful military campaign. And we'll continue to upgrade the boats. Brilliant. Might just let them heal for a turn. They worked pretty hard there. Yes, and this ransack, which I'm very excited to do. How do you like me now? This is actually quite a juicy one because they built 2 holy sites on this very difficult to defend territory. Let that be a lesson in future. Damn Gareth, busy with his stupid new job. How are we doing over on the Twitch front? We are doing good. Around 10 live viewers. Go us. Go us. Investigate for the science. Right, so this is the inconvenient truth, right? The weather, the climate. It's bad. We could act, which will cause some protests, but give us science. Dismiss it for the industry and trigger another event. I like to trigger another event because sometimes you can get good ones. Oh, but when you get the bad one, it really sucks. Oh, let's just protest. Let's just act and protest, actually. It's a curveball I'm not interested in. What do my ideological axes look like, some old guy in Hawaii? So we've done progress. We're sitting very central with liberty and homeland. And then we could probably move towards collectivism. Although from memory, I think that individualism... I might want to maybe pivot towards individualism. Can't afford any civics is my trouble at the minute. But we'll keep it in mind. Also with those events, we should keep it in mind. Okay, they've decided to challenge me. This is brilliant, I think. Not quite enough land for me to redeploy everywhere, but once we destroy that unit, we'll have 3 land tiles, And we should be able to just shoot all their boats. Hopefully. Also, reinforce? Yes. How are you still producing so many units? Get knocked down. You know, watch it. DMCA. You culturally and religiously owned him. Love it. Okay, the first step would actually be to destroy that one so we could deploy another unit. But we can't do that with what we have at the minute. So, let us redeploy the boats. The Germans are coming. Although now it's the Swedes. So maybe we also add Swedes into the title. There we go. God, he's good. Boom. The Germans and Swedes are coming. Alright. In come the boats. And these ones are our particularly powerful new steam frigates. Very keen to try them out. Look at the little smokes. Look at the smoke animation! Oh, I love it! The attention to detail in this game, with the art design, the beautiful world, the districts. Honestly, I just absolutely froth it. And I know I talk about it far too often. But it is just fantastic. Sign me up, Buttercup. Seriously, I love it. Okay, you might just want to hide behind the boats for the minute. You're kind of a bit of a bad boat. Alright, steam frigates. Clear the way. Boom. Boom. Please. Boom. And, finish that. Maybe start to damage this archer so we can destroy it next turn, so that we can redeploy onto that tile and actually have some more guns to use. Sounds like a good idea. And I'll sink you for good measure. Oh, so good. So good. Okay. Exciting times. We're getting into the crunch time now. Yeah, I think we could use a few quality of life updates. Some will go in Hawaii. I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity for those, without a doubt. Can you deploy there? No? Just me? Looks like they're blocked. Spawn point is blocked by the... Oh, right. I actually need to move off there. Okay, so... if we move there, and then make sure that there are no... Oh, that was actually the... There are too many melee units, and I just moved off my flag. So that was maybe a bit of a dumb move. Let's try and clear out these melee units. And that way they won't be able to move on to the flag. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully we can move on to that next turn. Actually, if we completely block this, we should be totally fine. Yeah. It was a misclick, but thankfully I managed to salvage it. What the heck, longbowman? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles away, and at least shooting over 2 units. This MVP, standing in its English stronghold, fired the shot of a life all the way along and hit this boat. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hey, Tom. Welcome. Move the other gunner. I couldn't move it that turn. It was blocked, but I think I can move it now. Yeah, there we go. Now we're away laughing. I think it was blocked because I'd already attacked or something. I'm pretty sure it didn't have any movement points. Boom. 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 Yes. Boom. Take that, longbowman. Okay, that was a good round. The battle will continue next turn. Let's jump straight back in. Finally, we are finding great success. Was that whistling noise? Probably me. Boom. Or was it the longbowman? I think, given that it's just one longbowman left, we can probably click auto and let the AI sail my boats along and shoot it. Yes. Great success with the bombard from the boats. Look at that. Wow. They did 70 damage when my gunners could barely do 20. And there's 3 technologies and a scientist star as well, for good measure. And look. Oh, look at these beautiful rays of sunshine shining down on these holy sites. Oh, glorious victory. Glorious victory. Naval annihilation at its strongest. That is all good, Scott, but you will be welcome with open arms. As open as I can make them, so let me know what I can do. And I will do it. Alright. I guess now, finally, after waiting a very long time, we're ready to upgrade a few guns as well. The jump is, what, 54 from 47? Pretty good. Move and attack. Otherwise, they're basically just the same unit, so that's fine. Oh, I should also note, if anybody missed the stream yesterday, just to let you know, I've got some Humankind game keys to give away. And I'll be giving them away likely on Twitter. I haven't quite sorted the logistics. It can be a little bit tricky with like laws and territories and blah blah blah, and I'm not looking to scam anybody or I just have some Humankind keys to give away. So probably it will be on Twitter. So if you have a Twitter and you'd like to follow me along, I'm over there, same name. Big dumbass. No, just kidding. Same name, Jumbo Pixel. So you can jump over there as well. Probably do that very soon, actually. Speaking of, actually, Jaybird, you might not need to buy it at all. You might be able to win it. Even better. It's a little counterintuitive, perhaps, for me, for my link, but who cares? Spread the love, right? Who wouldn't want a free Humankind copy to keep forever? A Steam copy, I should note. So if you don't play Steam, I'm not sure if anybody in the world doesn't, but but if you don't have a Steam account, then it won't be any use to you. And let's heal and upgrade all of these gunners if I can afford it. Okay, not quite. How many can I afford? 3, 4, 5. Cool. And then you, unfortunately, you're gone. I didn't need to disband it. I just thought, when in Rome. You should probably come back here for an upgrade heal, but the rest of them I think will... Ooh, actually. Dang it. Oh well. One bad boat. Ain't gonna hurt anybody. And we'll be able to upgrade that one next turn, so I'll just station it there. And we should be finally good to take Mohindaro. By the way, pretty sure Harappa had about 40 population before we started fighting it. Kind of funny that it's down to 12. Clearly they've been pumping, absolutely pumping out units left, right, and center. Which is ridiculous. Also, I notice our viewer numbers are picking up a little bit across both Twitch and YouTube, so welcome along if you're just tuning in. Thank you very much to everybody who's destroyed the like button. You're right. You're right, Tech Zombie. You're absolutely right. If we get really lucky, Amplitude is streaming on Twitch right now. They often also do raids. If we get really lucky, and they finish before I do, which they may or may not, they might choose to raid us. So, cross your fingers and hope. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scott, and for your generosity. It's not forgotten. For your super chat, but also for this incredible, not that one, that's my one, incredible BRB screen, which I'll be using probably fairly shortly. Anyway, let's do the boats and do the siege. Next turn, because I can't quite make landfall this turn, but I want to protect these units with these boats. So we might just try and maybe scare off these ones. Nice. Scare off these ones. Nice. I'm like a sheepdog. Scaring off all the troops. Go on, get out of here. Shoot. Shoot. What's next on the tech? Hey, look, our German U-boat, which I carefully, painstakingly edited into the thumbnail of this video. Just kidding, it wasn't that careful or that painstaking, but there's like 5 of them, and I tried to make them look natural, but it was really hard, and I didn't have a lot of time. Then I think we move for naval air strategy. Maybe we can get an aircraft carrier, something I've never tried yet in Humankind, so that would be pretty cool. And I imagine maybe a lot of you haven't tried it either. It's a little unorthodox, and especially when you're comparing it to things like uranium and nuclear fission, arguably maybe doesn't make a lot of sense, but I am willing to do it. So I'll queue up nuclear fission afterwards. We'll go to the fusion reactor. Yeah, aircraft carriers, very cool. Actually, to be fair, a unit that I wouldn't really play with a lot in many 4X games. I tend to always ignore them in Civ as well. I really shouldn't, I know. Okay, finally, I think we're ready to crack Mohindaro. Apparently it's an even fight. Let's see how even it truly is. What, Huck? What have you got for me? Say it ain't so? Oh my god, no, now I'm nervous. Quick, everybody act natural. Quick, pretend like you're not a raging dumbass who's bad at humankind. Oh, thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have to be ready on the Twitch. Amplitude Studios is now raiding with a party of 73! Oh my god! Hey, hey, hey! Welcome in! You've just joined us, hopefully, for a wonderful siege. Amplitude Studios, the official Amplitude Studios, have raided you with a party of 73. My goodness. Welcome in, you 73 wonderful viewers, you. It's an absolute pleasure. This is Huck, he's my mod. And this is Mohindaro, and we're about to crack it. We're playing a naval game, as the Germans and the Swedes, as we move through into the final era. Thank you so much for the follows, greatly appreciated. And we're just actually about to crack in, so this is fantastic timing. We've got 4 gunners and a fleet of units out here as well. Amplitude Studios is now following. Yes! I've made it. Okay, sorry, I'm getting too excited. Let me just calm down a little bit here and start to fight these units. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swift shots with these gunners. The rest of these peasants shouldn't be too difficult, so we might just launch some shots to just sort of quickly weaken them around the edges. Oh, look, you're all going to get your names popping up. Fantastic. Okay, these boats unfortunately have their spawn locked, but because we have such overwhelming firepower, take a look at that. 60 combat strength versus 32. And a whole load of bonuses, from Veteran C1 through 3 to the Lighthouse of Alexandria, and of course we played the Norse earlier, so we have incredible movement as well. I'm a little worried that these gunners on this peninsula are a little bit exposed, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, they are. No, they took a few hits, but it's not the end of the world. I think what we'll also do... I can move my boats so the other boats will spawn. Yeah, I need to. It's quite awkward to do so. Alright, there we go. We're out. I think I may have used its movement last turn. Maybe. Anyway, let's bring out the boys. Fire. Fire. Great success. And then I think we'll continue to try and get behind these walls if we can. So I might just move up to the front line. Like so. And then, of course, fire this gunner. Smack bang there. Absolutely brilliant. And as you can see, it was a very even fight at the start. And now we've managed to swing it roughly into our favor. I should also, for the benefit of the raided viewers over on Twitch, also pull out a little bit and just show you what the world looks like. Okay? So we are playing as the Swedes. As you can see, I've got quite the empire in the middle of the world. This was the New World, which I managed to hoover up most of. And this is my toady. we forced the Muggles into submission around 50 turns ago. The pink player here, the Poles and the Teutons, have an alliance, and as soon as we can crack the Mexicans, which we've been trying to do for quite a while, then it will be essentially a war of two great powers, right? It'll be us versus them. The classic. Huge get with amplitude. I know, how good! Oh, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. I should also quickly mention again that I will be doing a Humankind giveaway on my Twitter, giving away 5 game keys. So if you don't own Humankind, jump on over to Twitter, follow me there. That'll be coming out in the next couple of days or so. Right, back to the battle at hand. Anyway, enough shameless plugging. Let's, as I say, step in behind these walls, upping our combat strength. I'll make sure that I keep a unit on the flag just in case some rogue warrior comes along or something. And then I'll hit auto and it can do whatever it wants to do with my boats. I think that's a solid victory. Shall we march to Harappa as well? Probably. Although, the annoying thing here is if we don't take Londinia as well, they're going to be left in the game. Which, I suppose, is not the end of the world because we could vassalize them as well. We could try and build an army of vassals. You're here now too! Just made it to Twitch! Oh, hey, Tinker. Yeah, thank you so much for all the new viewers. Oh, Huck, thanks for posting the link. You're the best. And Jaybird, thank you so much. Good night to you. I know our European viewers will slowly be heading to the bed chambers, which is totally fair enough. It is quite late for you, after all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's upgrade that boat. Boom. Steam frigates. And yeah, I think we continue this march. I'm a little worried that our units are quite weak, so I might want to try and bring in some reinforcements. It's a shame my toady isn't helping me at all. Let's bring in these 4 units as well. Look how far they can go. So good. Although their movement not as impressive as the previous one, actually. Connect this frigate up here, and we might send the Navy to Londinia, and risk it for the biscuit, and just send some land units to Harappa. I know it's going against the whole naval game thing, but Harappa is going to be a tough nut to crack until we unlock the Swedish corvettes. Speaking of, we're just about to get the German U-boat. Let's go to the stealth corvette. So that's unlocked at communications satellites. I'm going to prioritize that next, I think, providing I have oil. Which we should do. Yeah, we'll be fine. Great success. Alrighty. Mohindaro managed to maintain a lot of its populations as well. Which is quite nice. Usually the peasants perish in a ball of fire. But not today. Gonna need a better PC before I can play this. I'm curious, are there new civilizations in this yet without mods? Not yet. No, there hasn't been any official DLC announced for Humankind yet. I would be surprised if we didn't ever see any. I'll be back walking the dog. Enjoy the walk, Alec. But yeah, no, at the moment, if you want to add extra cultures, you can do it through the mods. And my goodness, there are some wonderful ones. And many people who are members of the YouTube channel or just regular viewers in chat have made a lot of good mods. So I would really recommend you check out the mod support, particularly now that it's integrated a lot better into the Humankind sort of native experience. Are there any wonders that are actually useful for me here, or are they all just going to give me roughly 10% on everything? We're not trading, that's for sure. I wonder what does our influence look like? We will probably have a lot under our influence. We could potentially consider a Statue of Liberty. For now, though, I might continue to spend my influence on building up, oh my god, it's a goodie, a little bit more. Let's attach territories until the stability starts to drop. 3. Do you have a harbour? No, you don't. We should build your oil as well. 1, 2, 3 oil up here in budget Thailand. Oh, I'm sorry. 4. I just built the harbour on top of the oil. Yikes. 200 influence wasted, but not the end of the world. I'm wondering if it's worth relocating. No. Okay, put a harbour down way over there, far away from the oil, and then back down here to, oh my god, it's a goodie, the super city that is. Again, still, maximum stability. 1 more for good measure. Brilliant, we've only just fallen to minus. However, you will note our food is a little bit of an issue, so that's fine. I'll move some food stuff to the front of the queue. We'll starve a little bit, but C'est la vie. We're actually only losing one population every 2 turns. So all it will take is a couple of food districts. If I just shift-click a couple around in optimum locations, that'll provide a few extra foodie jobs. Likewise, really our harbours are our real money makers. So I might move these to the front of the queue. Could have bought them with influence first, but I'm hoping that they don't take too long to build. I would have thought we would have had a little bit more industry than that, but that's fine. I'll just drag and drop them to the front. It's a little glitchy, but it works. And that city should just now blossom into something beautiful. And let's send the Navy to Londinia for a good old fight. We'll ignore these boats. I don't think it's worth my time to fight them. I think we just move straight for Londinia and do a weird sea siege. Exactly as intended. Are the mods available in the regular version? Yes, they are. Yes, Egbert, they absolutely are. Yep, and there's a community tab from the main page that you can get to. My goodness, we're at 73 likes on the old YouTubes as well. I think we can push triple digis. And greetings to you, Mike. Look at this fight. So this is taking candy from a baby at this point, I think. Let's take the candy from this baby. Again! This time, it's 3 little baby peasants, sorry, draftees, with 38 strength, which is quite impressive. I mean, my frigates have 62, so they don't mind. Oh, and actually it's turned into a giant naval battle at the same time. Fantastic. I might just let the AI do the auto attacks here. Because the attacks are fairly straightforward and there's no great risk, I think we can afford to click the always lose button and not always lose. Particularly, I find once the battle has been manually started, then you're kind of okay to auto-resolve it, so long as there aren't any funky things with the flags. When you control the flag, and when it's your prerogative to keep control of it, I think auto-resolve does a lot better. In my experience, anyway. Greetings from Johannesburg. Greetings. Hope that baby ain't got a longbow. We do not need any more longbows, that's for sure. Absolutely not. We want dragons. Can you mod the chat to have dragons? Come on, Huck. What are you doing? Okay, that is going to carry on next turn, and as you can tell by the way it's gone already, likely be a raging success. Speaking of raging success stories, I need my gunners to maybe crack Harappa while they're distracted up there. we dupe the dupes. Like, yes, Londinia is what we want. Nat. This is a close one. But we're spawning in districts, which is nice. And actually, if you take a look at this... Wow. Look at all these combat bonuses that we're getting. Districts, focus fire, veterancy, friendly units, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Thanks to that, bug? Question mark? Move this one right up in their face. Yeah, run at me. And we'll move through to the flag. Again, getting behind the city walls will be beneficial, although we might not need to, because it looks like peasants, like lambs to the slaughter, are just gonna roll at me. Brilliant. Well, that was fantastic. So there's Mohindaro, tick, Harappa, tick, and hopefully if they haven't lost all of their war support, they have lost all of their war support, but we can still actually fight this fight. We can still play out our fights from this turn, I think. And we have done just that. We've taken Londinia. Brilliant. Alright. Shall we head to the negotiation table and see what we can muster up? I'm keen to know if we should vassalize or take. And I'm wondering if we'll either have the option to vassalize. Yes, we do. 225 war score, and we could vassalize them. The alternative, with our 255, rather, would be to take one city and a territory. That's not on. I reckon we vassalize, right? I think so. Let's do it. Looks like there's broad support in chat for vassalization. Just need Jumbo nerfed. Amazing. Alright, let's vassalize then. For the good of the people and the strength of the empire, let's become a vassal of the Swedes. Sorry, become a vassal to the Swedes. That too is very... That too makes a difference. They will be our liege. Forced surrender. Brilliant. And all of a sudden we've got another vassalage relationship. For those wondering, if you haven't seen it before, because it's not something we often do. The vassal empire's diplomatic relations are entirely defined by us. So we have complete control of their diplomacy. We have complete access to their strategic and luxury resources, but they also get ours. So they're definitely getting a better deal out of that. The Liege Empire defines the state of the religion, so we're getting to spread our religion and hopefully our influence, and of course military intelligence is shared, although I don't know if I would use the word military or intelligent to describe that fight. Eat it. And so yes, it goes back to theirs, it's not ours, but of course it technically is, as you can see. We are now the vassal of Swedes and the vassal... flip it and reverse it. The Muggles are now the vassal of us, as are the Mexicans. Sweet. So now there is literally one empire left, although something interesting has happened here. They've actually broken free and declared independence. Which means, essentially, they're like, hey, can we get someone else to boss us around? And I say, yes. So let me queue up some new boats, perhaps. Yeah. We haven't tried the Ironclad yet. So maybe we get one of those. And 3 steam frigates. We don't really need the U-boat, although it would be quite useful if we find that future opponents have a lot of naval units. So I'll just bounce these to the front of the queue. Buy one, and the rest should be complete. And then we'll have a fleet of 4. I wonder if that'll be enough to fight them. Anything? I'm just going to refuse that demand. And that should be all good. Meanwhile, I think we continue to bring the red tide across the map. Eyeing up somewhere around here, probably. Maybe let's move to these islands. We'll hide on these islands. We can station there and upgrade, of course, because they're our toady. So that's all good. And then we'll obviously reposition these bad boys down there too. 14 movement points per turn at sea. Very good. Sweet! And we're away laughing. Wow, what a stream. Did I just get quiet for everyone else? Sounds like it's just you, but do let me know if there are issues. Hopefully a refresh should sort that for you, Tom. Hopefully. Can we just do a blanket heal? We'll do it when they get there. Actually, I've already given them orders. Let's not muck them around too much. And you can just wait there. Apparently these ones, I have not given orders, so we'll heal them for 460 gold. A cheap price to pay to keep them alive. What is that? A lone cog. I'm not afraid of you. Okay, we have roughly 35 turns left in this game. So if I want to take serious action, I'm going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here. Which probably means first strike and first area of importance. Let's see if these boats will be enough to take that. It might be a sensible, in fact a very sensible idea, maybe to also bring some units that can actually get behind walls and stand on land. So I may also just train just 2 gunners, just to ride along with the boat boys. They can actually play catch up, so what we might do is send the boats in first. Declare war. Not even gonna bother with diplomacy. Hey, some old guy in Hawaii, I see you. I can hear the war casualty. No. This is a peaceful process. Oh my goodness. Look at all of the... Okay, this is... Okay. This is quite exciting. This is going to be a very interesting fight. So what's happened here, again, just to clarify, is I've sieged the city. And then the city has said, absolutely not, we're not standing for it, we're going to sortie and take the fight to you. Right? That's the response that you can give to a siege. So, I have the flag, not them. And this is very important, because what that means is they will be forced, if they want to claim victory over the fight, to take the flag. So, if I go manual battle, I position my boats as far back as I can. Hopefully they don't have longbowmen. They do have crossbows, so the crossbows will be a bit of a threat. Aside from the crossbows, though, the rest of these units will be able to do nothing, and they may even jump into the ocean to try and get me. I don't think we'll win this fight just because of the numbers, but I reckon we'll at least do a heck load of damage. So let's jump in and see if my theory is correct. Tough nuts to crack behind the walls, but we can get the odd good shot like that one and grab a one shot here and there. Here come the crossbows, which are the ones that I fear the most. They're doing about 20 damage, but they're dying instantly. Oh no, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Exactly as intended. My steam frigates and my my ironclad. The ironclad is the big bad boy, isn't it? 63 versus 60. Much higher combat strength in coastal waters. So let's sail it into the coastline and then allow it to have much higher strength. What's it at now? What was that attack? 82. Jeepers. Ah, no, 63. So I'm looking at its health. We'll mouse over a unit next time and see what kind of strength it's putting down. Well, this is a resound. This went much better than expected. I think I may have downplayed it a little bit, if anything. I should be more confident in myself, clearly. Because sometimes we don't actually come up against 30 longbowmen. Who would have thought? I am kind of tempted by the aircraft carriers in future too. But this city would benefit greatly from having all of this infrastructure in place. So we'll just work away on that. Maybe turn a card off. No, we'll stay on Collective Minds, actually. We're getting good science generation out of that. And it's allowing me to focus a lot more on the task at hand. Oh, I love the Doritos chip emoji. Give Pliss Doritos. Incredible. Hey, Odlotoa, welcome in. Hope it's a wonderful morning for you this morning. Mighty Nihongo. Nihon, rather. 25 stability, ignore, or learning on cities. We'll go for the stability, actually, and continue to move ourselves a bit towards homeland. It'll give us an extra combat strength on our units. Not that we necessarily need that right now, but I'll take it. And speaking of take it, let's get back to this city. So, the Ironclad is dealing 77, right. So it's receiving plus 11 combat strength from being in coastal water. Jeepers. It's not only going to obliterate the Stonewall defense, but also the double promoted crossbowman standing behind it. Great success. Oh, really brilliant, actually. And this is their only city, so unlike our last fight where we were sort of trying to prolong the war a little bit more, you know, trying to sort of bait them out, losing the odd fight, but also taking down a lot of people in the process. This time, it's a much more smooth experience for us. Might send the Ironclad around here, start bullying these units a bit more. There we go. Also get better vision of what's going on. So more coastline, great to see, because we'll be able to bring the fleet around if we need to. In fact, there's not a single tile that they could hide, I don't think, unless maybe they can hide here where I don't have visibility, right? But I think they will continue to probably stand in the fortified districts near me, because they have an imperative to try and get this flag, or they lose. So let's sink them. Boom. 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 And boom. Another 4 bite the dust. Who's next? Fantastic. Why did I train you? Oh, yeah, I trained them because I thought we might need them there. We'll send them over for good measure, but I don't think we're going to need them so much. As we roll through to turn 117.
You have unlocked the Research Institute. It will not merely provide additional answers, but open up a whole range of ever more perplexing questions.
The Research Institute. Fantastic. And back at it again. You thought the Ironclad you thought you'd seen it all from the Ironclad. Oh no. The Knights, the Teutonic Knights, are a very strong unit. They take a little bit more to crack. However, because they've positioned a knight behind a wall, it's not the best unit to defend, as you can imagine. We'll yeet that one out and continue to just pluck away at these Teutonic Knights. Hopefully the last of their army, certainly the last, the majority of their combat strength. That much is obvious. Even the Ironclad has a little bit of trouble. And as I say that, it just obliterated it. Sorry, Ironclad, I shouldn't have doubted you. Press freedom. Yes. Let's move hard towards liberty and get cheaper civics. A wonderful civic, actually. Also, though, it's worth noting, the other side, propaganda, in many cases can be better. And those of you who watched my last game, where we got to negative 2 million influence, will know that propaganda can be very useful sometimes.
If different opinions can't be heard,
Throughout history, of course, famous for being pretty useful sometimes. There's a quote for the history books. And just give me everything you've got. All of the infrastructure. I want this place to be sciencey and stable, and also preferably not too hungry. So let's yeet a few foodie districts around as well, just so that the city doesn't starve too much. But the fertilizer plant will go a long way to help that with plus 10% food. So we're not stressed. I misspelled the Swedes in the title. Oh my god, he did. I've spelt the vegetable. Oh, why am I so dumb? Okay. Okay. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. I don't want to see any turnip emojis in chat. I only want to see T-Rexes and creepers and oh my man, Twitch has the best emojis. Look at all those wonderful Pokken tournament ones. How good. Yeah, we're just gonna quickly rename we can quickly rename that. And nobody will be any the wiser. The Germans and their root vegetables are coming. Look out, world. Yikes. Yikes. Thank you, Griffin. Just stupid things. Yeah, just normal stupid things. Okay, so these units we were stationing here to get ready to strike. The reason why we stationed them here, as a reminder, is because this is under our control. They're one of our toadies. So we can actually hang out in their land and upgrade in their land. So I'm going to move right to the front of the queue. And I'm eyeing up this juicy prize, to be perfectly honest. Upgrade that into a steam frigate. Ooh, maybe that one too. Interesting. Alright, let's finish off this fight. Boom. Boom. Thank you very much. And just like that, another empire has fallen. They've still got huge war support, but I think that will just... I think they'll capitulate next turn. It'll just drop immediately to 0, I believe. We'll hook up these gunners with this fleet. Oh my goodness. My ironclads can be battleships. Woof. That's what I'm talking about. What's the next steam frigate upgrade? Does anyone know off the top of their heads? I don't. I'm imagining it's probably missile cruiser. Though, that would be my guess. I might actually cancel nuclear fission and reactor, even though it's really good, to just go for... Oh, we're going for our Swede one, though. Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll do that first, and then we'll grab fusion reactor for the the extra 50% industry on cities, which is effectively 50% extra science, of course, if you're running that bad boy, collective minds. Great success. You'd think YouTube would, right? YouTube only cares about fighting TikTok. We're close to victory in the war. Close is the understatement of the century. They went from 100 war support to 0 in a turn. Seeing as we've vassalized everyone else, I guess we just keep going. Go with the flow, continue to vassalize. Great success. Let's do it.
Some of us are born to rule.
Great, so now we have 1, 2, 3 vassals. One player who, unfortunately, wasn't offered the opportunity to vassalize, so we'll just pretend like they never existed. And Now focus in on the final empire. It's the Poles. They're fairly close to moving through to the early modern era, but not overly scared of that. Do we have any things we can push them on? We can refuse their demand to take up their religion. Doesn't sound like me. And then probably move for a surprise war. I'd like to try out some new boats before then, though, so I might get Amsterdam to attach this territory, to stop everything that it's doing. I don't care. Halt everything. Except... No, halt everything. Get yourself off collective minds, and jump over this way. I want a naval spawn there, and I want the best boats money can buy. And it looks like it's either aircraft carriers, but unfortunately we don't have any planes, or battleships can bombard districts and battlefields from outside of battle, and they remove the dug-in state. That's what I'm talking about. Let's queue up a whole load of these. Let's go expert policy and prioritize industry, first and foremost, and also splash a bit of cash. Try and build up a fleet of battleships, of double promoted battleships. Brilliant. I'd love to try their bombard. Of course, the aircraft carrier would also be fun, right? We could load that up with planes and bombard. But if we've got battleships and we're playing a naval game, why not use them? Why not use them? Is what I figure. Let's set sail down to this silly little island territory. Give it a 33 food harbour, though. Maybe plant a couple of cheeky forests. This can be like a tourist mecca. Galapagos. But touristy. The Swedes are now the liege of all other empires except one. I have never won a game by vassalizing everyone yet either. So that's kind of exciting. We don't count that player, of course. They don't count. Khaleesi. Amazing. Hey, it's so good to have so many people watching over on Twitch. Shout out to you. Shout out to Amplitude Studios. And shout out to you. We had somewhere between around 30 and 70 people, which is very cool. For once, actually, Twitch beat YouTube for a moment there. We had more live viewers on Twitch than YouTube, which is shocking. All, of course, thanks to Amplitude Studios and their raid. Alright. We'll position these boats next to Hattusa. No, actually, let's bring these ones down to Nessa. Nessa should be easier to crack than Hattusa. Hattusa? Doesn't sound right. And then maybe we use our battleships at Krakow, because they're right here. So that makes sense. We can use them to artillery strike as well. Oh, I love it. Alright, great. We've got a plan. What we'll try and do is take all three cities at once. That way we don't end up in a situation where we have to declare multiple wars or try and prolong the war. If we can just focus in at hand and take them all at once, one swoop, we should be okay. I can play Squid Game with my vessels. Who will be the best vessel? Leave them there because they've got 12 movement, so they can make it within range of the city in a turn, so there's no need to move them out of that harbour. And Angel Wings and Bibli Boss. Would we like to lose stability, gain food, or be overproductive and trigger another event? Let's just get some food. I've got money to burn. I'm just pouring dollar bills all over the show. Any upgrades here? Not yet. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was one down here, though, in this fleet. Yes. The Ironclad. If it just steps that way, it can upgrade. In fact, actually, we might just wait here in our own waters, very close to Nessa, in case more upgrades come through. So I'll station that fleet there. That's Nessa Fleet 1. Sign to stars. Wanders, I don't think we'll worry about those. We don't need to. I think our cities are better off doing the collective minds thing. The AI seems to ignore the stealth mechanic and always knows its positions. Thank you for letting me know, Johnny. Good to know. Good to know in general, I think, for the, you know, for all of us to know. Shouldn't be too much of an issue this time. but will absolutely be next time. The sneaky AI. Yeah, the game's like, it's a stealth ship, you'll be fine. Then you sail it in and they're like, it's not a stealth ship, chief. Alright. Do I have anything to do apart from wait for these upgrades? Missile cruiser is just a fraction off going next turn. So I might just put someone, knock maybe, now that we've finished with this fight. The strategic importance of knock is, well, it's non-existent. It's knock-existent. So we'll, ooh, its stability is pretty shocking though. +1 stability per researchers, so there's 10. And then if we just get maybe a Commons Quarter or a Garrison, yeah. Cool, alright. That'll just lift it up to where it needs to be. Again, at this point in the game, I don't feel a need to max out my stability. I'm happy to ride in that 30 to 90% sweet spot. Which we are now in. Fantastic. We don't need that Commons Quarter. And you can get on Collective Minds just to push through to those final boats that we want. And we should now be able to, through the glory of the Empire, start to upgrade a couple. Yes. $3,700 for a missile cruiser. It's an expensive upgrade, but I think it's worthwhile. Over here as well, actually. Which, of course, actually disincentivizes me to use Collective Minds. So, you know what? One picks it up, and the rest doth throw it away. Let's ditch Collective Minds. Let's go expert policy and prioritize gold production, I think, in these cities. I don't think we'll bother with the space race. We don't need the fame. And really, my goal here is the naval game. It's all about the boats, baby. So let's just focus on the boats. Which for me means, at this point, gold and industry, with a slight focus on science in the background. Woof. Woof. Okay, send those battleships in. Maybe Amsterdam would like to produce some more, just for lols and good times. Let's see. We have a whole load of ships that are... ooh, actually, let's get a fleet of our stealth corvettes. The not stealth corvettes. Actually, they kind of suck. We've sort of outclassed them, haven't we? They're just like bad aircraft carriers. Particularly if the stealth doesn't work. I guess, actually, the upside to them is look how cheap they are to produce. So cheap. Jeepers. But I think I would rather produce some battleships that can actually bombard, or some missile cruisers. So let's go battleship, battleship, battleship. Missile cruiser, missile cruiser, missile cruiser. And one stealth corvette for good measure. Why not? Nuclear weapons. Usually, of course, regular viewers of the channel. Good afternoon, Daniel! Regular viewers of the channel will know that I am absolutely nuclear proliferation all day, baby. However, I'm going to keep doing that because I want Homeland. What I was going to say was, however, we're going to move this way because of the +10 additional fame gain bonus multiplier. Which is actually very good, and was added in, I think, 1 or 2 patches ago. I think 2 patches ago. It was in the Fabius Maximus update, where they changed around a bunch of the civics. So, usually, I would take that in a game like this where I don't want nukes, but I'm more interested maybe in just grabbing the quick +2 combat strength on units. So, let's jump into Homeland. Let's also consider maybe enacting something else that will help our civics along the way, like that one. Fully Homeland. Great success. And like we did last time, we'll just station that there. Let that do its thing. Position this fleet ready to go. We've got this fleet ready to move down there. Should have enough strength now. And then this is the fleet that I'm actually most worried about, because we haven't spent any money to upgrade it. I mean, there's a lot of units though. Let's declare war.
Do not waste
Next turn.
my
So that I have full movement. And I think in these cities that are less important for strategic reasons and aren't really needed to produce units, we'll just get them working on their infrastructure so they can build up more population, more industry, more science, and all the more good stuff, as far as I see it. And Indo-Turno. Alright. Good morning. Yeah, for me it is For me, it is actually still the morning. I've got 15 minutes left of my morning. Where doth the time go? The trouble of playing such a brilliant game. Time flies. Absolutely flies. Likewise, all the infrastructure. All the infrastructure. Just build up these little cities. Could save up for a merger, but it's fairly expensive. Even our cheap ones are fairly expensive. I wonder how the new world is doing. Incredibly well. Look at it go. Might just bring some resources to the front of its queue. They're very quick wins. Very quick districts. How are we doing for our era stars, actually? Pretty juicy. Love it.
You seem to be gobbling up regions and stars at a rapid pace. With 12 expansionist stars, you must have nervous neighbors.
Yes, thank you, Huck. Really appreciate your work. Really appreciate all that work over on Twitch. And we've still got some good viewers. I appreciate you, Twitch viewers. Alright, Fusion Reactor is super good for those who don't know. 300 fame and plus 50% industry on all cities. Ginormous. Especially, of course, if you're turning your industry into science, then effectively you've got plus 50% science on all cities. Yikes. Are there any more important technologies here for our boats, or do we have the last boat in the game already unlocked? I think we do. What we need is the Humankind Far Futures Day 1 mod, sci-fi mod. I mean, the Amplitude have a lot of experience with really enjoyable games like Endless Space and Endless Space 2. I reckon we could get an additional era, a post-contemporary, a far future era, that we could toggle on and off, potentially. I am indeed the ninja. The ninja. Fantastic. Alright, we're gearing up toward the end of the game, and I did say I would declare war this turn, so I will. I think seeing as we've got most of the good technologies that we're going to need to round this out, there's probably not a huge need to focus on much more, so I'm just going to go through and fill in the blanks of what we've missed. And we've missed stuff as far back as the industrial era, things like, for example, electricity. Urban planning. So all of our cities look like the United States. Shots fired! Amphibious warfare! Continuous track. There's a fun little urban planning dig for anybody who's an urban planning nerd like me. We're just going to go through and pick up all of the early technologies. I don't need the fame. We're well and truly romping ahead. By the way, this is max difficulty. I'd just like to remind everybody, this has been an absolute romper of a naval game. And I wonder if it was due to our strong Phoenician Carthaginian start and the fortunate fact that we spawned near somebody who was quite weak. I don't know. But man, this is not my highest scoring game, but by far and away my best game in terms of just how well I've managed to jump ahead of everyone else on Humankind difficulty anyway. So that's pretty cool. I'm quite stoked with that. I think we just do the same thing here. Kerma essentially just going on to autopilot for me at this point. Collective Minds would be another way to autopilot it, actually. May as well, because we do still need the money though. So we'll just refrain until we can do a few more upgrades. And then finally, I think it's maybe time for the final swoop. How much do these upgrades cost? Yeah, I feel happy having converted 3 of them into missile cruisers, I think. Let's do it.
I warn you.
Summon the banners.
Deceive me.
Sound the alarm. Need to pimp our boy out. Great appreciation from me. Alright, let's do it. We are going to declare a surprise war because we don't have the war support for a full one. But surely this comes as no surprise to this face. Surprise! I'm doing what I did to literally everyone else, and you're next. Who would have thought? Let's move in. I should have had these on the coastline ready to go. That's all good. And then we've got this fleet and this fleet. This is a romper. Let's just sail right in there. Oh, hello. What have you got here? My oh my, a 45 combat strength Karak. My battleships roll up. Let's siege the city. These units are included within the battle range, which is fantastic. We'll be able to redeploy over there. Oh, look at this. Okay, so another really interesting interaction. Again, like what happened last time. I've got the flag. I besieged them. They're like, nah, we're going to fight you. So they came out to fight me. That put the flag in my control, and therefore meant that, unfortunately, they're going to try and sail out to get me. What's really unfortunate for them is I have this fleet here. So, all these brave people who thought they were coming around here to take on the scary Swedish battleships are unfortunately going to be just stopped in their tracks. Oh my god! And we can just bombard districts for lols. Oh, I love it. What a round. Oh boy, that feels bad. That feels bad. Oh yes, that's right. Hark is right. It was the spiffing Brit who we versed originally. It was the spiffing Brit that we took down at the very start. Apologies. Apologies from your coffee overlord. Can't spell. Right. Fire. 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 I may have gone in with overkill on that island. I acknowledge. Let's try the second most difficult one now, which is going to be Nessa. And I'm not so sure about it. It's a vague pun. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a couple of gunners who we might want to try and make landfall if they can. And... oh, look, it's the Mongol hordes! Apparently we've researched time machines over here in this empire as well. Cool. Right, in that deployment. Again, I'm hoping we'll see a fairly decisive victory here. Try and sneak this unit around this way. Bring myself right up onto the coastline just to be as threatening as I can. You can sneak around there. And you... 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta love it. You gotta love a good naval siege. Holy moly. So good. Yes, I did try to add a huck emote, but YouTube said it was bad. But I reckon I can add it on Twitch, because Twitch is a lot more liberal with their restrictions. So, should be able to add it to Twitch at the very least. It's the one we use in the members Discord. Basically. Boom. Ooh, these Mongol hordes, slightly tougher nuts to crack. Oh, not that one though. Not when it comes to a triple promoted battleship, apparently. Okay, well that one's fairly successful. Feeling pretty pleased with how that's going. Let's now turn our attention to the north, where we have another lot of... oh, look at that. The winged hussars. We had a lot of fun with them in our last game too, actually. Quite like those. Let's do it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to quite make landfall with my units immediately. So what I'm going to do is, move my best ships to the front line. You, and you. Put the worst ones maybe around the edges. And then these units want to desperately try and make landfall. So we're just going to hustle them over this way. Idea being, hard to make landfall where there are walls. Although, actually, we could bombard them. So let's keep a couple nearby. But much easier to potentially make landfall here once we clear out the hordes. So that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that deployment. I'm not on my flag, which maybe keeps them. Oh my goodness! Kara Unscripted is raiding with a raid party of 36! Hey! Oh man! Oh my goodness, the love! Welcome on in! It is so good to see you! Thank you so much, Kara! I so appreciate that! You're the bomb! Oh, that is awesome! Thank you so very much! Fantastic! Alrighty, and you've joined us at a wonderful time. Kara, it is an absolute pleasure to have you here. It's going very well. I don't know if you can see all these ships on your screen. Let me show you just how good this naval run is going. 69 viewers on Twitch, as Twitch overtakes YouTube. Holy moly. Come on, YouTube. It's time to up your game, Chief. Alright, let's give these boats a whirl. Oh my god, he did. It's brutal, Kara. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal in every way. The beauty of the battleships here as well, if I hadn't have used them all right now, is that I would have been able to bombard the troops that I can't see, right? So I used the battleship's bombard ability to launch some volleys in here into this middle land to try and take them down. It's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to show it this turn. However, where there's a will, there's a way, because we also have another 2 fleets over here. And they've just finished taking this city. If I take us out for the map so that our Kara's viewers can take a look and you can get a little bit of context, this is what the world looks like. The Swedish Empire is very strong. Painting the map red would be an understatement. And before you say, well, hold on a minute, Jumbo, you big dummy. That's brown, that's orange, and that's yellow. So they're all under my control, right? We have everybody vassalized except for this one last player. They're a somewhat tough nut to crack in comparison to everyone else who we've fought, but I reckon we can do it. And the first step is going to be to make landfall with our gunners. We can get these gunners on land as fast as possible. Unfortunately, their movement's pretty limited. That's fine. We'll leave them out at sea. Go for a couple of quick volleys. Maybe also, actually, if we try and just overwhelm with sheer force here, we might be able to push up and actually just jump straight through these walls. So we'll get a little bit ballsy, we'll get a little bit adventurous, and we'll see if we can do it. Span across the entire coastline. Love it. We've also got an ongoing fight over here, which I can't forget. This one is going wonderfully too. Might just quickly auto that so it moves around my gunners for me, and then we can come back and check out these battleships bombarding. Hey, Entropic, thanks so much. First time chat. How good. And Huck, thank you for sharing all of the links to the YouTubes and the Twitters and stuff. Greatly appreciate it. And for those viewers who have just tuned in, just to let you know, if you don't own Humankind, I've got 5 copies to give away, and I'm going to be giving them away on Twitter. No BS around it, just trying to spread the love. Spread the Humankind love. Alrighty, let's again bombard. But with this one, we might try and do something a little different. Actually, no, we won't. We're just going to destroy these Mongol hordes. Great success. Unfortunately, my gunners can't really do a lot. I'll just let them float around and burn. Oh my god. They took their revenge. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alright. They took down a gunner. Go them. I'm so proud of them. I'm so very proud. Amazing. Oh, Kara, thank you so much. I need to sleep at some point. That's fair. But do you? Do you really? Humankind seems to keep you awake. Oh, does it what? I think we all suffer from the one more turn The fatal one more turn disease. I might just auto here, just so that it can move that unit there for whatever reason. And then we'll strike this capital. We are so close to clinching victory here. We are so close. The 3 a.m. curse, you reckon, Norvex? Yeah, somewhere between 1 and 6. A couple of people in the Discord were up until about 3. There you go, Huck. They were playing from 8:45 until 2:15 Oklahoma time. And actually, Huck, that reminds me. What are people from Oklahoma called? Please tell me. I was thinking about it after the stream yesterday. If it's not Oklahomies, I'm going to be really disappointed. Civ 5. Yes, Kara. A person after my own heart. Oh, I don't know how many hours have been spent staring at Civilization 5. Yeah. Although I dare say Humankind has got a great chance at overtaking it for me, actually. Let's make landfall here, as I've been saying for about 3 turns. Where are their units? I see 1, 2, 3. I see a couple of winged hussars, and then not a lot else. It's also quite difficult to tell who's who because our colours are very similar. Apologies to colourblind viewers. I have a slight affinity myself, and I'm struggling, to be honest, to see the difference between these units. So something to remember for next time. Also important to note, I'm pretty sure they produced a quality of life upgrade, update to the game that lets you change colours, so you can have a lot more custom colours. Speaking of custom colours, let's fire the ships. I see red, I see red, I see red. I actually do just see red, hilariously. Oh dear. Alrighty. These cities are obviously not important to my overall goals. We could conduct some, say, fission tests just for lols, so let's do it. Get the extra fame. Not that it's needed, but we may as well. Yeah, Civ 5 is a wonderful obsession piece too. Oh, and of course it wouldn't be a stream of mine if we didn't have Siri randomly talking in the background for absolutely no reason. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who's followed along on Twitch today. It's been a record day over on Twitch, by far and away. Thanks to 2 very generous raids from Amplitude Studios themselves and Kara. Absolutely brilliant. Let's end that turn. I do want to jump back. I don't want this to just completely auto-resolve itself, though, because I want to be here when we deliver the final strike. How good! And who will it be on? A winged hussar. And it should really probably come from a battleship, I think, just to really acknowledge our wonderful sea game. So let me just select the battleships, make sure that they're in range, get you Dumbo out of the way. 2, 3. Alright, we'll bring them to the front line. You're dead. You are not. And you're going to be annoying too, actually. Forward march! Oh, actually, we can just fire. We don't even need to walk. Who needs legs when you've got guns? And hopefully, with this battleship blow, and this battleship blow, look at that bombard! It also destroys the defenses, as you can see, by the wonderful art style down here. So it's absolutely brilliant. I was here. I was here when he hit record views. Amazing. Okay, auto-resolve. Can we get a cheeky shot here? No, the Hussar fights another day. Or does it? The plot thickens. In comes backup fleet number 2. And there it goes. The final Hussar has fallen. There is that city done. Everyone else is panicking about nuclear weapons, but no need to panic, because I'm about to be your supreme overlord anyway. Let's hit auto-resolve and hopefully have 4 ships fire simultaneously at once. No, I didn't. Oh, I hit him round instead. Oh, why am I so stupid? Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, this time, let's hit auto-resolve and watch all the ships fire at once. Shall we? Boom, boom, boom. And this one, for whatever reason, had to be special. There's a show pony in that boat. Either way, great success. Fantastic result. Very pleased with that. That is 1, 2, 3, all of their cities taken. Let's check. Yeah, let's ban whaling. Whaling's bad. Let's station that poor ship, which never got to see the light of day. We'll, maybe just for fun, fire an artillery strike on this city. Let's do it. Take that, Krakow. How do you like me now? Do you want to fire one too? Oh, not enough movement points. They need to be on full movement, I believe. But that's kind of fun. They're like, stop it, we're already dead! Leave us alone! Oh, and we can probably quickly shoot off a space station too. If we had anywhere to do it. There we go. Nothing like an Arctic space station to really get you rolling in the morning. Electricity has been researched. The people of my empire are very pleased. Zulu. Oh, look, they went through as the Zulu. They were like, nope, we can take him down. I know we can take him down. Unfortunately not. So, I think no time like the present. Can we vassalize? Yes, we can. Let's force the surrender. Thus, finishing the fight. Artillery strike. Dang it, we could have done another artillery strike. It's fine. Station and play station.
Lovely. Impressive.
Oh, cool, I can actually do something else. Let's send a satellite up too.
That makes me want to pull out
Squeeze
my
a little bit of
toolbox
extra
and
fame.
go crazy.
And yeah. Let's stimulate this.
You're at the end of an ideology.
And I believe
Well, there's something to be said for unswerving.
this should be the last turn. Yes, this is our last turn. All empires are vassalized. I will be remembered as Jumbo Pixel, mythical ruler of the Swedes. And what a time to be alive. Anything else we could quickly do here before we finish, just to show them who's boss? Yes, there is. We can quickly send a satellite away and just ask anybody who's not doing anything to help us do it.
First
And boom.
equals.
There we go.
Among peers.
How do you like me now?
Eager to match.
First among peers, there's Topkapi Palace. Here is, take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 harbours in that little corner. Because we went all of the harbour cultures in the early game, right? We went Phoenicians, let's skip this. Phoenicians, through to the Carthaginians, through to the Norse. Of course, we had our default harbour as well. We took the Dutch for their district, which, honestly, kind of not a big fan of. I prefer the Siamese one, I think. But it was pretty good. This has been absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at our final standings, and you can see, no holds barred, really. I've just given you a recap, so we can probably skip the recap. There's not too much to see there other than what I've already rambled. I'm a big fan of the graphs, though, so no time like the present. Let's have a look at food, we're away. Industry, we're away. Money, we are mega wealthy. Science, we're away. Influence, unlike last time, it's not at negative 2 million, but instead in the positive. And maybe military is the other one that's probably the most interesting. Huh. Do you reckon they were gearing up for independence? It looks to me like they were. You can see here, we fight, we win. Orange dips way down, and then look at this. They, what did they do? They 6x, 7, 8x'd their military score. I think we ended that just in time. Absolutely brilliant. Hey, well, thanks so much for watching. That will be the end of today's stream. I'd like to thank my super chat donors who generously donated to help me do what I do. Thank you so much, Scott, Stage, some old guy in Hawaii, Mika, and Ace Smart for your super chats. And of course, a massive shout out to both Kara and Amplitude Studios for the raid over on Twitch. I'm very new to Twitch. I've streamed on YouTube traditionally, always. So it's a real pleasure to have you there. Thanks very much. Nice to sort of wet my feet and twitch, if you will. It's kind of a gross saying. I wish I didn't say that. That's disgusting. Either way, I'm super grateful. Super grateful. And yeah, giving away some Humankind keys on Twitter if you'd like to get those. You are so most welcome to come over and have a chance at grabbing them. Otherwise, I think that will wrap us up, unless there's any final thoughts. Oh, and of course, thank you so much to everybody who's been watching the whole time on YouTube. Tinker, Alec, Liam, Pete, Alex, so many people. I couldn't thank you all. Octopus, PJD, Daniel, and my heart, Tinker, of course, and my heart goes out to you, Huck. Thanks so much for running both the Twitch stream and the YouTube one. It's ridiculous. Can we raid someone else? Yeah, please. Please, let's do it. Let's pass on the love. Let's keep the train going. I can probably do it for us. Probably, he says. I can do it. Right? Yeah, I'll head into the stream manager. And let us go. And who shall we raid? We could raid Potato McWhiskey. Let's jump over to Potato McWhiskey. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you next time. Ready to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's not playing Civ, sorry. But he's a cool dude. Let's do it. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Hey, and thanks so much. Thanks so much, everyone, as well, over on the old YouTube side. I really greatly appreciate it. Appreciate on all the support. This has been a wicked stream. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming the day after, which I understand is Thanksgiving, so you might be giving a lot of thanks. You may not be able to tune in, but if you'd like to, you're most welcome. And until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, and thank you, Huck. My God, I appreciate